Yo, that's not me, yo. That's my wife. She over there throwing shit around. That's not my fault.
Mm. Yo, what is good, guys? Definitely appreciate the invite. Yes, this is the real Jay Barry in the podcast. But nah, man, definitely appreciate it. Gonna have some fun, talk about some gaming and E3, man. I know everybody's hyped, so let's get with it, man. Yeah.
No doubt, no doubt. Hey, man, thank you. What's going on? We are doing it live on the GRG podcast where gamers recognize greatness right here this Friday. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I've been dying to use that line for a minute. I've been writing it down. I had it on my wall. I'm like, one day Kmega's going to invite me. He's going to do it. And I'm going to say it. Gamers recognize greatness podcast. What's going on? Now, on a serious tip, thank you so much. I'm looking forward to having non-multiplayer podcast type. Oh, here we go.
Yo, my back.
Oh,
you spoke too soon. You spoke too
soon. I forgot, man. Hold on, man. I forgot.
Listen. I'm going to say this. I spoke with my union rep. This is not the multiplayer podcast. We're going to have some respect. We will not be treated last. The last shall be first today. That's how we do it.
I'm live on air. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll be right back, yo. I'm about to do the podcast. Slap these ponies. I'll come right back.
Oh, see?
Or we going to make it happen.
Nah, okay.
Bus pass later.
We're going to do it.
Oh, man.
We're going to do it right. No, we're going to do it.
It sounds like he getting out of a cab.
Nah, but this is on Kmega's podcast. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna show some respect. We're gonna talk gaming. We're not gonna no.
Oh, you started already.
Hey, Kmega, I'm gonna keep this shit disciplined. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have that 1,000-mile stare. I need your help.
Yes.
Ooh.
Listen.
Saucy.
Listen.
Mm.
Now, you got to think about when you go to the bar, you know what I'm saying? You don't go get a single, you go get your a double cup or you get your triple cup, you got to pull up. I've been doing this for about a hot 9 months now. Oh, the triple cup, Chuck? Man. Oh, you had did me low? Man, bring it back.
We're doing it live.
It's your boy Triple Cup Chuck in this bitch. Man, you still got the thing low. You heard me? Matter of fact, man, don't worry about it, man. Look, all my YouTubers out. In this bitch. Hey, look, what's happening, all my YouTubers out there, everybody in the live chat? I see y'all. You heard me? This your boy Triple Cup Chuck, and I'm up. Thank you, Kmega, for having on your podcast. I'm ready to get up in this thing. You heard?
I just want to say this for the record. I'm not here to turn up the cheek. Insults have been slung, and fuck PlayStation. Let's make it happen.
Hold on. People saying they can't hear. I'm getting DMs of people in the chat that can't hear us.
They can't hear us.
Yeah.
No.
Big T said he can't hear. Rand hit me up. He said he can't hear Kmega.
What happened? The gameplay? What happened?
I don't know. So somebody do a sound check.
Stop that shit.
Man, you starting that one.
1, 2, 1.
Hold on. It said echo. I'm hearing all types of shit. Somebody do a sound check.
I'm about to check it out right now. Kmega, what's it? What's it?
Rand just hit me up and said he can hear Triple Chuck, and Puerto Ricans out here. That's it.
Let me see. Let me see what's going on, man.
I can hear all day.
Oh nah, yeah. I know.
Hey, I can hear everybody on here.
You good now?
Nah, I see what it is. Yeah. Huh?
Hey, no, y'all. He just says y'all sound good all day. Who else?
I
can hear all except Mega Man.
Yeah. They said
Can't hear Mega.
Can't hear Mega.
He said yeah. They said
Mega,
they said
Mega, say something.
I hear you, yeah.
Wait, say it again. Say it again.
Mic check. Can y'all hear me now?
They saying no.
They can't hear me? They can't hear me?
You can hear it because you inside the chat. When you go outside,
No, I'm talking about outside of the thing. Let's go. All right.
Yeah, you can hear everybody. All I can see is some gameplay, and it's clicking and it's stuttering on my phone. Oh shit! Cut this. I'm sorry. Yeah, let's go.
This guy's he's fucking bullshit.
Let's go.
All
right, hold on.
Mega, you
Hey,
can't.
let me ask everybody in the chat. Hold up. Let me ask everybody in the chat. Can you hear?
No, I hear you. I hear you. I hear you on the podcast.
Somebody said y'all volume is low.
Yeah, it is low though. I can hear you, but it's low.
You can turn yourself up.
Rand said it's good. Rand said it's good. It's good. He can hear you now.
Go to the control room and turn it.
I'm going right here. I'm turning everybody up. I'm turning me up. Turning
I think we good now.
Turning everybody up.
Who's that shit up?
Let's patch it up.
Let's go.
There we go.
Headphones up.
Let's go.
Hey, and that's my gameplay too.
All right. Yeah, let's go.
I know,
All right,
I know
everybody
some
can hear
people
us
like
right
it.
now. Everybody can hear us right? All right.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. And we're doing it live. You know what I'm saying? Look, Delilah would be setting me straight right now. Good God, pulling me to the side. Lady Infamous would already be gone. But anyway, shout out to them, man. This was a podcast that was not meant for women and children. So we sent their ass on to be with their men. Delilah's out there doing something with her man, cooking some dinner. And with Lady Infamous, man, she probably fixing her man's jury curl.
Friday. Who the hell cooked dinner?
Fixing that man's jury curl, man, getting ready for that Crip walking down. Tournament. I heard he got into the semifinals. Shout out to them. Hey, the Don, you know what I'm saying? He's out there. We'll probably be doing the Dev and the Gamer sometime. And he's out there doing something in Utah, sucking on some animal's tit to keep him alive, some endangered species. And X448, he betrayed us. He was on Crossfire with his wife that was holding him by knife point. So anyway, let's get on to it. Let's get on to it and get down to the topics. Oh shit, yeah, I didn't introduce Livewire or All Day or Fonzarelli. Damn, I'm horrible. Fonzarelli, say what's up, bro.
What's up?
All right, the rest of you bums, who gives a damn? Anyway, we're moving on. Hey, first topic right off the bat, man. No, I'm not gonna be foul like that. All day, say what's up, man, to the people.
What up, everybody in the chat? This is the GRG podcast. It's about to be a breeze. Let's go.
All right, and Livewire, our Donald Trump, what's up?
Yo, I need to figure out a new name. I don't want to be Donald Trump. This motherfucker fucking up too much. I don't even fuck up this much. This shit crazy.
Yes.
But anyway, man, it's your boy Live. The dude that said wild shit, yeah.
Yeah, anyway. All right, so let's get to the first topic, man. You know what I'm saying? So there's no leaks. There's not been any huge leaks that's been out there in the press. Usually, you always hear something, especially on the Xbox side. And, man, it's looking to me that it's shaping up to be a really big E3. So we're going to start with our guest. Jabari, what do you think about this? Could this be the best E3 of all time? Or, what?
I think this is going to be the best E3 this gen so far because each company have something that, their fan base is desiring and waiting for some information of. Xbox, you got Scorpio, and he's trying to see Crackdown and State of Decay. Well, that's what I'm trying to see. PlayStation got their exclusives that people trying to see, and we got a few little rumors on possible new handheld and stuff like that. And Nintendo. But I think this E3 is going to be a banger, man. A lot of excitement going in. I'm surprised there's no leaks, but hey, we got a week left, so you never know. But so far, so good, man.
Good, yeah, no doubt about that. Okay, now before I go to the next person, man, I'm over here watching something on Friday the 13th, and it's being played by a whole bunch of PC players. See, this is why right here, man. That's why we don't want our games to go to PC. They got the chick in there half-ass naked with fur, ass out, and Jason got no mask, and he's going up there grabbing chicks, and he's trying to seduce her sexually. Like, he's trying to rape her. Let's not say seduce. This is ridiculous. Like, why? How could you show this? It's some dude on Twitch that's showing this right now.
Well, he'll get flagged and move on. He'll get flagged though.
On Twitch?
Yeah, on Twitch. I'm over here. I was listening to the Crossfire. And, I just still got it running. And I just looked up and I just seen just some ass. And I'm like, what's going on? And then, like, Jason's trying to get this chick, man. That's wild. Wild as hell.
Y'all all played that game yet?
Yeah. No, I couldn't. I got my money back for it.
Yo, y'all should definitely stream that. That's a fun game, like, with friends. That's a cool game.
Yeah, well, I mean, I might buy it again, but I'm not getting it right now. I
bought
it Thursday.
Second is dog shit.
Yeah, I couldn't even get to play it. I was like, damn, what's the problem? And I was waiting for people to start playing it, private matches, and I couldn't even get in there. So I was just like, nah, man, I got to get my bread back. But anyway, let's go on over to you, the Triple Cup Chuck. Man, you got the craziest damn name, man. I'm going to be stumbling all damn day. What do you think about E3, man? Is this shaped up to be like the best ever? Because we have not heard any leaks like it's normal.
Hey, and be honest with you, like this here is what I've been hoping and had my fingers crossed for. I didn't want to see no leaks coming from either Sony or Xbox because like 2 years ago when they announced backwards compatibility on the E3 stage and ain't nobody knew about it, just the electric and the whole crowd, just the way they went wild when it was like we announcing backwards compatibility and you could see everybody just hopping up and screaming. I want that feeling. I don't want when he announced like the Scorpio and everybody already knew they was excited for it, but it was that I already knew this was coming. I like I'm gonna slap you and you don't know that is coming. Just I want them to hit you hard with some stuff. And by them being so quiet like this here and Phil Spencer laid back, cool and just chilling, like yeah, he got something up his sleeve. I think he gonna drop a like like Crab say a Megaton. Yeah, that's coming. And with the PlayStation, I think by them going last, they always could do a counterpunch. So I think it's gonna be a very interesting E3 this year. I'm very anticipating it, Jeremy.
Yes, no doubt. I'm excited myself too. I'm definitely excited. What about you, Porter Rock? Where do you stand on this?
I think it's going to be pretty amazing. I can't remember an E3 year where we don't hear anything. So I think that this is going to be the bomb, I think, for all three. Well, I would say at a minimum 2 platforms. For Microsoft and Sony.
Discounting Nintendo, I know that.
No, because Nintendo be doing some weird shit. Remember, these are the people that came to E3 with one game. Like, who does that, So, but I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. Hopefully, they have big surprises too, at a minimum to appease their fan base. But I think this E3 could really just knock it out the park. You know, like be one of the best memorable E3s in a long time. You know, either that or it could be the worst that we ever seen.
Oh,
but
no, I don't think it can be the worst. Oh,
but I think, you know, just there's going to be a lot of surprises on both ends of the spectrum. I'm excited for this. I think it's going to be awesome.
Nothing can be as bad for us Xbox guys and ladies as 2013. So don't ever say that again. So that was rough for us. What about you, Z? Do you you know, there's no leaks. Are you excited?
Yeah, no, there've been leaks. I just haven't been talking. I kept my mouth sealed.
Oh.
You know? I tell you guys all the time. I know some people that know some people. You know what I mean? But I think this year at E3, all jokes aside, I'm looking forward to, you know, besides of course the Scorpio. Hold on, is my background kind of loud?
No. You're
fine. All right. Yeah, I'm looking of course for the Scorpio. More or less, I want to see, like I said, what's something new that Microsoft may be bringing, other than, you know, the Forza that we already know about. You know what I mean?
Right.
I understand it's one of the better version or the multiplex. I get that. But I'm gonna be honest with you. I said this all the time. The biggest problem that I have with Microsoft's E3 is that I know about the games before, you know, basically before the goddamn the show begins. You know what I mean? Just about 80% of the show. You know what I mean? But I'm hoping to see something new because there have been a few things that Microsoft could have snatched up and they didn't. Look at the guys Island Galaxy that do, you know, that does the Killer Instinct for Microsoft. They're working on the game. It looks dope. You know, it's a trailer.
No Extinction, yeah.
It looks dope. You know what I mean? And Microsoft don't have anything like that in their portfolio. So you know what I mean. So I want to see what they do. And I just also read too that Sony's budget, they had $13 billion for fucking marketing. That's fucking bananas. From Sony.
That's yen. 13 billion yen. So
yeah.
Like,
oh, whatever. What's that? 6 billion or something? 4 billion?
I think that's like 2, huh?
Oh shit, damn. But anyway, you know, also too, they I just read the headline. Sony's supposed to be bringing a new handheld. Now listen, which I think will be dope. I'm gonna say this here now. If they can give us the power, which they should be able to do right now, because these consoles are very old, they were already outdated by the time they launched. If they can give us the power of the PlayStation 4 in a tablet or handheld, it can take the same games, so Sony doesn't have to worry about supporting it themselves, like with the PlayStation VR. I think that would be a huge success. You know what I mean? And have all the online features and everything as the console. I think that would be dope. And, you know, and this is what Sony's supposed to be bringing. Now, as far as Nintendo, I don't care. We all seen the voice chat for fucking Splatoon. So.
Come on, man. You got look. So
that's amazing.
I can't support that type of shit, there, man.
Come on, man.
Just use Discord on your phone.
Yeah.
Switch gang.
Switch gang. Anyway, all right. So, Fonzarelli, what do you think about this, man? I mean, no leaks, no huge leaks. I mean, we've had a couple of little things, but on all fronts, it has been absolutely silent. So, where are you at on this? Are you excited?
Hey, just like Porter Rock said, it could be the worst show or it could be the best show. I mean, sometimes when they're quiet, they really don't have anything. So, I don't know. I think Microsoft has got some up their sleeve. I think they're going to come out with some kind of surprise for everybody, and it's going to get people hyped up for the Scorpio and, you know, the Xbox One S. So we're going to have a good time there. I think it's going to be a great E3. Personally, I think that what we already know from Sony from last year, what they showed, I want to see more of it. I want to see more Spider-Man gameplay. I want to see what's going on with that game. Of course, God of War, we got to find out what's going on there because they're kind of deterring from the God of War that we know. So I want to see what's up with that game. A jury is still out, in my opinion, on that game. I'm not too sure on it because there's
You're on the same thought level.
But as far as the show itself, I think it's going to be fantastic. This is a great year of gaming, guys. 2017 is going to go down as one of the best for gaming.
Yes, no doubt. All right, what about you, All Day Digital? Where you stand on this?
Well, I mean, you know, last year it was full of leaks, you know what I mean? And it kind of slowed down the hype train for me because, you know, the leaks happened, exactly a week before, maybe 2. I look at it like this. Everybody's playing their cards close to their hands, right? So maybe last year we got a lot of leaks because the announcements from both camps weren't crazy. You know what I mean? So maybe, and, you know, Microsoft, I think on their end, they're not going to show nothing because they've been seeing all the tweets. They've been getting a lot of feedback. So I think they're going to hit us with some bangers. I feel like Sony, we already kind of know what they're going to be doing, showing a lot of gameplay from the stuff they announced in PSX. And last year, we'll probably see more gameplay of that stuff. But, I mean, it's going to be interesting. Microsoft last year's show was pretty mediocre, lukewarm, besides Scorpio. So I think this year they could probably turn it around. Nintendo,
The Xbox One S wasn't what, you know.
Oh yeah, I mean that was decent, but I mean, yeah, it was decent. I mean, it wasn't it wasn't crazy, bro. I think this year could be a crazy year for Microsoft. But Nintendo, Metroid, any of their first party lineup get announced, you know, everybody's gonna be happy. I just don't want to see no puppets in no damn tree houses.
They're gonna have a tree house.
I hope not. That's what. Again. And as soon as that shit cut on, I'm gonna get some food. But I mean, I'm excited, man. I'm excited. I mean, this is what.
That's your question. You're excited for Nintendo's also?
No, I'm excited for what they show. I'm not excited for it. No. I mean, if they show Metroid, dope. If they show Star Fox, anything like that, Smash Brothers, you know, anything, some first party stuff. I don't care about no.
I think maybe I was abused as a child, scared to smell. They called me ugly. I don't give a rat's ass about none of that Mario shit. It's just, I don't know, just not for me. But school, I hear you though. I feel you though.
Yeah. I mean, I own all consoles, so I mean, I'm excited for anything new that's coming out. You know what I mean?
He sounds like he's trying to say something to you, Z. That he seems like
no, I'm not.
Uppercut.
Yeah, he's a
I don't ever need to say nothing. Z's a casual. He knows that.
Yeah, I put this in. Listen, I put this in Caucasian and seeing casual. I did this. Yeah, but I said it to say this. I just, man, you know, turtles and duck, goose, Mother May. I ain't with all that shit, bro.
And what about Donkey Kong?
Donkey Kong, Rocky Balboa, none of that shit, man.
What about Punch Out? Mike Tyson Punch Out.
Yeah,
bring that back. Say something about that one.
Okay, but all right, I'm not gonna spend $300 to play Mike Tyson Punch Out though.
We ain't getting another fight night.
I'm just saying though, man. You know, at the end of the day, I know I get labeled as a Nintendo Nazi or whatever. I don't know, man.
Man, I'm with you. I ain't messing with Nintendo either.
We all see this voice chat thing they got going on.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask all y'all a question. If Microsoft comes out there at $4.99, right? You think we'll see
hold on, wait. Let LiveWire give his.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, let LiveWire go ahead and say what you think about this, LiveWire. You think it's going to be an epic E3?
Yeah, there's a lot of unknowns, so I think it is. It depends on what they're showing, though. I mean, I think in a way it's going to be epic just because of Scorpio. With PlayStation, we know. I think there's 2 games that we don't know of, right? The Sucker Punch one and some other shit, right?
Yeah, supposedly rumors of From Software and a Sony Japan Studio game.
Okay, so so you got those 2 things, and then they're going to show more God of War, more Days Gone, more Detroit, I guess, and something else, right? So, yeah, I think it could be epic, but to be honest, it really falls on Microsoft's shoulders for it to really be epic. You know why? Because it's like if PlayStation does a great E3, well, not even a great one, just something similar to what they did last year, right? Mm-hmm. Microsoft's E3 is just the Scorpio. It's not going to be epic. It'll be like watching when the Cavs played against the Spurs in 2007. Yeah, LeBron got there, but that shit wasn't no game. You see what I'm saying? Like, that shit wasn't no match. Like, that shit wasn't nothing to look at and be like, oh, that was a great finals. No, the Spurs just won. You see what I'm saying? Like, they ain't nothing. But if Xbox comes out there, shows the Scorpio, and shows some of the new titles that they have coming out in the near future, then you got something that people be like, oh shit, all right, we got some shit going on right here. So it has to, in order for it to be epic, you got to have a battle. If there's no battle, then it's not epic.
I agree. I do agree. I mean, I feel that Microsoft is definitely going to bring it. From all the things that I've heard, I'm very excited, but yet, it's yet to be determined because, these people I trust that's told me these things. But then again, I will clown their ass if everything that they told me was absolutely bullshit. So We'll see. We'll definitely see. So, what was your question all day to everybody on the panel?
No, I mean, if the Scorpio is $499, right?
Yep.
Do you think it would be the same reaction as 2013 all over again?
What did you just say?
Nah.
No no's right now, but no.
It depends.
Wait, hold on.
I don't think it's the same reaction.
Listen, you said that if the Scorpio was $499, will it be the same reaction as it was? It wasn't really a big reaction over the price tag of $500. This is their biggest competitor at the time was $400, and people didn't want to pay for that.
But you just proved my point.
No, hear me out. And they didn't want to pay for the Connect.
Okay.
Yeah. Wait, listen, and again, if this console is supposed to be all of this standards, I don't have a problem paying $500.
Yeah, we all don't. Yeah.
Listen, long as it looks head and shoulders above of what the PlayStation Pro can do, I'm fine with that. That console's for us, the hardcore. Us, the casuals still have their $250 Xbox One Slim. That's for them. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, So
looking for that's a little bit of segregation because I mean, if it's $399, you'd be more tempted. Hey, I might as well just get all the bells and whistles with this one.
And that's why I believe that it is going to be $399. It's just like what I've said, and this is great because Jabari and Porter Rock is on this show, so I want to see what they think about this. I've said this before. Like, look, okay, we know that the Pro is going to go down in price, so in order for it to be in the same contention, it's got to be $399 or it has to be at the most $450. So when they have their trade-in value, it'll still be comparable of what the PlayStation Pro is going to be because it's got to drop price as well. So, so Jabari and Porter Rock, what do you think about this? I mean, wouldn't it be a death wish for Microsoft if it's $500?
I don't think it's a death wish. And then let's just focus on the Xbox brand, Xbox One S, the $500 price tag, even at $399, you got to look at it this way. So you buy a console for $399, you're still going to have to buy a game, which bumps it up to $460. And then you get Xbox Live, maybe you get it for $30. You're still talking about $500. Most consumers who are interested in Xbox, they're not going to have $500-600 in their pocket this November. Most of them are going to have $350. So the Xbox One S, that's why Phil Spencer feels the Xbox One S is primarily going to outsell it, just simply because it's more accessible to the lower market, to the consumer. It's not knocking Scorpio. Scorpio is a powerful monster, and it's geared towards the hardcore gamer or the gamer that's willing to spend that extra money for the best graphics. But most consumers, they're going to walk into Walmart with $350 in their pocket. So it's not even really a choice if Scorpio is going to be a consideration. They don't have the money. But they'll be more than happy to get an Xbox One S, and then, Microsoft always sells those things for like $200 with like 3 games and shit. So the Xbox One S deals are incredible during the holidays, and a lot of people with $350, they can get Xbox One S, 2 or 3 games, Xbox Live, and they're happy, and they're going to enjoy the same thing, Yeah. The hardcore, they're the ones that's going to have that great experience, and all that, stuff that you guys talked about.
So you're saying it's going to be $499?
I think it's going to be $499.
What do you think it's going to be, Jabari?
Yeah, I definitely agree with Porter Rock. It's not going to be $399 what people think, because you got to look at the key word in here. When you're dealing with custom hardware, that bumps the price up for anything. When it comes to hardware stuff, you know what I mean. So, and this console right here is not suited for every Xbox gamer. You know what I mean. It's more for a set group. So the S is going to be the main seller. They're going to drop that price, of course. Even Phil Spencer came out and confessed that, like what Porter Rock said. But when you're dealing with, you see words like custom chip and custom this, custom that. That's the same thing they were saying for the Xbox One before that came out. And look at the price that came, even though they had to connect, but it still was a lot of custom stuff going on with it. So
look at what the Scorpio's doing. It's not just bringing you the best gaming. It's bringing you 4K streaming and DX12 hardware. It's just a lot of shit packed into that software.
It is, but the one thing about it is that, look,
the software is still dated, man.
Yeah, the software is still dated, and on top of that, Phil Spencer promised the Xbox brass is that, look, hey, This is the We Heard You console. This is the console that we wanted to come out here to give you guys from the beginning, but we couldn't because we had to rush out and bring out the X1 because PlayStation came out with their console before, which I think we can all agree that Xbox should have just went ahead and waited because the ratio is what, like 2 to 1 when it comes to overall sales.
I don't think that was the issue. The chips were the chips. The issue was that it's not that Sony outclassed them in the tech department. It's that Microsoft gimped on their specs to include the Kinect to keep the price down. That's overall the issue. But just to touch back on the old Scorpio thing.
True. But hold on. But also it was how they showed the conferences of themselves. Like I didn't mind that they had 2 separate conferences. I didn't, I thought that was cool. But to a lot of people, they didn't like that whole thing about the DRM. They didn't like the whole idea about every game has to be online. A lot of negative press, came upon them. Plus that price point, and the Kinect, all of those things combinated into this big magic cloud. And then Sony, because they have the show last, they masterfully just came out and just said, hey, look, we just gonna take advantage of this shit. We got it. And that's exactly what they did. And instead of Xbox going instead of lying, they should have just went ahead and said, look, we'll go ahead and get this Kinect off because now you don't even need the Kinect. But I don't know if because we know that wasn't Phil Spencer, but we don't know if that was just.
Oh no, not because this is what I was trying to say as far as them waiting. The console in itself, because it was all there was hyping about the cloud and all that stuff. We didn't get the console that we were supposed to get at launch because of they stripped away all the always online features, so developers would have had access. Everyone would have had access to been able to use the cloud. Every console would have been always online. So that was one thing that they were banking on as far as Microsoft. That's a huge selling point. When they took the always online away from them, then it is what it is. But and what hurt them most at the start is I want to say not just their messaging, more than anything, because Sony was going to do the DRM thing too. They were going to do the same thing too. Was the fact that they were $100 more than their biggest competitor.
Right.
And then you had the big multiplex at the start of the generation. Call of Duty Ghost was 1080p on the PS4 and it was 720p on the Xbox One. That hurt them more than anything. Yes, I met Tim though. Major Larry had on Twitter. I both not cursing the hell out. That's what hurt them more than anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and then the whole media bias. I know that some of you guys won't believe that, but that is absolutely one of the factors that kind of changed the narrative of everything because now, the Xbox is going to have the most powerful system. Now we're talking about games. It's absolutely ridiculous. But okay, let's go on to the next topic, man. I appreciate that that insight all day. Okay, well, basically, who's going to steal the show? And we'll start off with you, Chuck. What you got? What you got on there? Who's going to steal the show at E3?
Okay, this is my prediction about who's going to steal the show. What I would like to see, it's like when this would be the real show stealer. If Xbox come out there and show the Scorpio in all his glory, give it the name of the Scorpio and all this other good stuff, right? And then after they don't announce the price, and after the show that Monday come, everybody talking, they wondering why Microsoft ain't announced the price. Then right before Sony conference come on, Microsoft drop a commercial saying Xbox Scorpio $399, and that's them being competitive because they might be saying they don't want they know that this for the high end customer, but if they drop it at a $399 price, that means they really trying to push it to be for everybody. They might be saying, okay, this is just for the hardcore right now, just to catch people off guard. But then when they drop it at a $399, it's gonna be like, look, this is like you said, I heard you, console. It's gonna be for everybody. The S is out there for like the people that just want to just hop into the intergeneration. Just to pull anybody in. The little swagglers that just ride around and say, hey, I want me an Xbox. They just go get them a little Xbox S. But for everybody that's trying to get one, the Scorpio is going to be the main console if they drop it at a $399 price point. But if they drop it at the 500 price mark, it's just okay. Look, this is really just for the hard code. They're not gonna really market it like talking about. But I really believe if they drop it at $399, they're gonna market it hard. And I really hope they, you know what I'm saying? Because Sony really been slapping Microsoft with that one-up stuff. Like every time Microsoft do something, Sony always gonna announce numbers or they announce this or announce that. You know what I'm saying? I gotta say it's good strategy. You know, anytime your competitor do something, you got to get them with a one-up. And I say the best one-up for Microsoft to do is right before Sony conference, drop the price on the commercial. That way, everybody that's watching the E3 conference for Sony, they'll be scrambling because they trying to, you know what I'm saying, put out content about the Xbox Scorpio, and that's going to mess up Sony's whole conference. Regardless of what they try.
Just like last year with the Scorpio. You absolutely, I feel you on that. That's a really good point. What about you, All Day? What do you think about this? Who's going to win the show?
Who's gonna steal the show? Oh man, I think Trump when he walk in, but
great again, baby.
Right? Hey, it's
about the mileage sweat.
Nah, man, I think that I mean, it could go either way, bro. Because I mean, a lot of people tune in for the show and expect a lot of different things. It's really based on opinion, you know.
Right.
I think. I don't know, because Sony could be showing hardware too. You know, hardware turns a lot of heads.
Yeah.
So Microsoft has that ball in their court right now. But I mean, I got to see the games to prove why I need to own a Scorpio. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? It could go either way, bro. I say IGN might give it to Nintendo again. But, hey, if they announce Metroid or any beloved classics like that, they might win the show, man, like they did last year with Zelda. So I don't know, man. It can go either way.
You're not sold on the Scorpio? You're not sold on it yet?
Oh, I'm getting to day one, but I'm saying I still gotta play games. I can't play the interface. You know what I mean?
Multiplayer don't count no more. Y'all be bugging with that shit, dude.
You say what? I mean, like I said, we gotta see it, man. Like Phil said, don't run out and buy it. Wait and see. Just watch.
Okay, just watch. And that right there is giving me indication that this man, they're too confident, man. Phil is doing like cocky stuff, like he's dressed up like
because he knows it's good. He knows
He knows this is gonna be fire. Okay, we're going on to you, LiveWire. What do you think? Who's gonna steal E3?
It's got to be Microsoft, because I mean. They've been giving it to PlayStation by default for the last couple, and then they gave it to PlayStation last year, right? Yeah, the year before
they gave it to PlayStation every year this generation.
By default?
Well, no, last year. No, I'm sorry, last year. All last year to Nintendo. Yeah.
No,
they only had no press conference. Yeah, they had no press conference.
They gave it to Nintendo press conference. Yes, they did. They gave it to the little treehouse because they showed Zelda and Pokemon.
Yeah, Zelda won the game of the show, man.
Yeah.
And they won it when they did the puppets too.
Yeah, game of the show, but I don't. All right, whatever.
Hey,
you gotta face the music, bro.
They won a press conference without even having a press conference.
Look, man, if Microsoft shows any games that we don't know about, it should automatically win because it has hardware. Because everybody's expecting it just to have 4 games, show off the Scorpio and fucking Minecraft and shit. Like, so. You know, because you don't really know shit about shit. We don't know shit. You know, that's the crazy thing. You know, they've been very, very hush-hush about what's going on with the Scorpio, pretty much to prevent leaks, because anytime they've been kind of semi-hush-hush, that shit just been getting leaked. So now we ain't get shit. And motherfuckers is panicking like, oh, shit, we don't know what the fuck we getting. Because think about it. If it was hush-hush like this last year, people would have been saying the same shit. They were like, oh, shit, what the fuck's going on? I don't think Microsoft has any games. You know, so I think Microsoft's in position to really blow people's socks off, especially with the games like Crackdown. Most people don't really know much about. I mean, yeah, we've seen Crackdown 1 and 2, but obviously this is like, you know, they're revising it. It's not going to be exactly the same, and people just want to know, you know, what's different about it other than just blowing up shit. You know, same thing with State of Decay. You know, before it was like a indie So now you're talking. It's almost like the same thing with Outlast. Remember the Outlast 1 was cool, but then they went back and did the drawing board with Outlast 2, and that shit looked like graphically that shit looked fucking insane. Outlast 2. Now some people might not like the story and all that shit, but the fucking graphics in that game is undeniable.
Is it dope? I haven't played neither one of them, so I don't know.
Yeah, it's solid.
Yeah, it looks really good on PC.
Really? Okay. Well, what do you think about this, Jabari?
I definitely think Sony is going to take it away.
Oh, of course you do.
I just think PlayStation has way more bigger games and what Microsoft is going to show that people are more clamoring to play. I just feel like PlayStation, they got the pacing right with the last two shows, like the E3 and PlayStation Experience.
Oh, okay. Hold on, wait. Let me stop you on that. So you thought last year's E3 was paced perfect?
Yeah.
Yeah, they show big games, bro.
So even with the hiccups that they had at the very end of the show, where they just cut the show off, that was great timing.
They didn't just cut the show off. They showed Days Gone gameplay.
They showed it twice.
Yeah, but obviously something was supposed to be shown there. Probably The Last of Us, and they saved it. I don't know what happened last minute, but it still flowed well.
I think. Well, no, the beginning was absolutely epic. I will not deny that to you.
So you were disappointed with the Days Gone gameplay that was shown.
I wasn't all hyped about Days Gone. It looked like more of an adult version of Dead Rising 4. I wasn't impressed. But right after they showed Kojima's game with the dead baby and man ass, I was done. Because they went left. They started going left.
But right after Kojima, it was Spider-Man. Then they showed like the VR little trailer. But you guys not into VR. But most likely you're going to be into VR after E3 because that's going to be shown on Microsoft show. But
it is.
But I just feel like PlayStation have the bigger games that more people are anticipating than what Microsoft is going to show.
Yeah, but those games you already know though.
Well,
yeah, same thing. You gotta understand. Sony has a lot of studios as well that's working on games.
Well, I'm not saying that they're not doing that, but I don't know.
Shuhei, before this year started, Shuhei said that 2017.
Who that was Shuhei?
Shuhei Yoshida.
Everyone I go, you were asking me about your move.
He said that this year is the year of first-party games. They're going to be showing a lot of first-party stuff.
They also said get used to hearing 1080p 60 frames a second.
Man, Yoshida came to speak English. What y'all talking about?
Okay, anyway. So, all right, Jabari. But no, I'll give you that because, you know what? I'll just go ahead and say my point, then I'll pass it on to Porter Rock. For me, I feel that who's going to steal the show? I think Sony's going to steal the show. Just for this mere reason.
What?
Because they're going. Hold on. Listen. Because they're going to show. They're going to show the multiplats. I know they're going to show the multiplats, and that's what's going to make them win the show at E3.
Yeah, but my question is, how do you steal the show when you're expected to win anyway? That doesn't make any sense. That's like when let me finish.
That's called thinking like a winner.
Let me finish.
Come on now.
Last year, NBA Finals, who was supposed to win? Who's supposed to win? Who was supposed to win last year?
Golden State. Yeah.
And the Cavs won it, right?
Right.
So was that not a steal? Because the Warriors are supposed to win, right?
Right. No,
exactly.
It was a steal.
Sony's supposed to win. How is it a fucking steal? That's what I'm just trying to understand.
I got you. Yeah, but I
maybe just rephrase it. But he said, "Who you think gonna win? Who you think gonna win?"
Because I did say steal. But
Kmega's trying to kill you with semantics.
But he did it. He did it. You know what? I'm backtracking. God damn it! For the first time in my life, I've been off playing. No, I just feel that Sony is going to win it because of the mere fact
the first party's in the multiplats, bro.
I ain't worried about their first party because you know what everybody could brag about their first party till the cows come home, and then if that game is if it's dog shit. It'll still be praised if it hits a million copies sold. If it don't, then it'll go to obscurity and nobody will ever talk about it again. It's the third party games that everybody's going to gravitate to because that quote word marketing is what's going to be, Sony's.
I don't think the third party going to have like such a huge presence at their show like that, because if you're looking at E3, Sony bought up the whole bunch of space just for demos and stuff like that. That's probably going to be where you're going to see a lot of the third party.
But question: Can Microsoft show the same games?
Kmega, let me ask you something.
I don't know.
Out of both companies, Sony and Microsoft, which games are you most excited about?
Oh, Microsoft's.
And what games are those?
That if the Fable. Well, let me get to predictions.
Okay.
Let me get to the predictions, but hold on, let me move on.
Fable. Wait a minute.
Hold on, that's okay. Porter Rock, it's your go. Porter Rock, it's your go. Your go, Porter Rock.
I would say all three has potential. And I'll just break it down real quick. So for Nintendo to try to top it, obviously they're gonna have to bust out a couple of their IPs that people have been begging for. A Metroid Prime, Donkey Kong, Star Fox, Super Punch-Out. If they could show projects on those games, that would be one element that they could use. But the most important for them is to show third-party exclusives. Because they're not going to get the big AAA that everybody else gets. But let's say if they show exclusive hack and slash or an exclusive game from EA that's a RPG. Shit like that. Something that's tailored to them that Nintendo's willing to fund and support. People be like, oh shit, we're not getting the Call of Duty, but they're getting this, hack and slash action game that's exclusive to the Switch. They're getting an exclusive game from EA. They're getting an exclusive game from Ubisoft, an exclusive game from Capcom that you can only get, I think that would really help them win E3. As for Microsoft, what would help them out, and I think this is number one, I know they're going to have Scorpio, and I think everybody's already ready to see, the best looking games, but they got to have, at least one or two new IPs, big blockbuster IPs. They can't have another E3 where they don't show a new IP. They gotta have they gotta have at least one or two. They have to have that. If they just show the best version of multi-plats and they just show the games we already know about, like Crackdown, Sea of Thieves, and 4K, but they don't show a new IP, people are gonna ask questions like, what is Microsoft doing? Are they, what are they developing? How long is it gonna take? That could actually sidestep a few things. Or some media bias, as you guys call it, they could use that to kill Scorpio hype. You know what I'm saying? So I think Microsoft has to have
I don't think anything's gonna kill the Scorpio hype. I mean, that's my opinion, but but that's cool. That's cool, Porter Rock. Okay, what about? You ain't done. You ain't done. This ain't 60 frames. What the hell wrong with you?
I'm going no lag. We live. Remember, gamers recognize great.
Go ahead, bro.
That's what we do today. But the last one for Sony, the big ticket, one or two new IPs, but I think the big ticket for them is everything that we know, provide dates, provide, just at least for like God of War, Spider-Man, give us the time frame of when this is going to come out, whether it's going to be Spider-Man this fall and God of War spring, I think that will really provide the win for them.
Okay. All right, cool. So, all right. Fonzarelli, are you feeling any better? That's why I ain't really called to you that much, because I know
I don't sound as good, but I feel much better, man.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna start firing your ass up. We got to hear the radio voice. You know what I'm saying? We got to let you know. So
yeah, I'm not 100%, man.
Okay. Because I don't want to wear you out. You know what I'm saying? Because
I'm good. Mentally, I'm strong.
All right.
Here's the thing. Now, I think that you got Sony and you've got Microsoft, because I don't think Nintendo's winning anything. I'll be honest. I'll just say that right now. They ain't winning E3, okay? I don't care if they mention Metroid Prime or whatever they've got coming, because they're not going to win. But what's going to win this is it's going to come down to games, period. It's going to come down to games. I know you got new hardware with the Scorpio, but a lot of people don't understand, or a lot of people aren't really giving this much thought. But, at the end of the day, outside of first-party titles that are going to look phenomenal, and probably play phenomenal on the Scorpio, it's up to the developers of third-party titles to make these Scorpio games look fantastic. And you know what? At the end of the day, what they've been doing with the PS4 Pro has been lackluster, to say the least. And it's not just about because of any limitations. I'm telling you right now, some of these games look great and they play great, but they're focusing way too much on goddamn resolution. And that's what's going to be ending up happening with the Scorpio. And that's going to piss me off because I don't want to see a great, fantastic looking game, but it's running at 30 frames all the time. I want to see that 60 frames. I want to see, give me 1080 high fidelity graphics, you know, the best textures there are. I want to see good fucking games play great on the Scorpio, but it's up to the developers. And at the end of the day, if E3 is showing you these fantastic looking games on Scorpio, first party, but then you're seeing games that kind of, you know, look like the PS4 Pro and there's not much difference there, where's the hype going to come from for the Scorpio? You know, with these third party games, where's the hype going to come from? You got the Scorpio with the marketing deals. They've got the good looking games because it's all about resolution. And then you're going to have the backing with the marketing deals. You're going to have the DLCs. You're going to have everything going for them. So in my estimation, if they don't come out swinging with a new IP, first party IP, it's a loss for Microsoft this year.
Okay, all right. No, I mean, I agree. I mean, that's kind of been the fear for a lot of people because of the fact that they think because Microsoft is being quiet because they don't have any IPs to show. They're just going to show mostly hardware and services. Z, what do you think about this, man? I mean, who you think is going to steal the show? And you know, Fonzarelli and Porter Rock and them made a good point. I mean, do you think that it's essential for Microsoft to bring out those?
Just by saying that right there, right? Mm-hmm. And not to get spooky and not want to deal with any semantics here, right? Mm-hmm. But for the first 3 years, all Sony had was hardware. Let's be clear, this right? They had the better version of the multiplex. They had The Last of Us Remastered and Bloodborne. That's it, okay?
You hearing this all day? How I'm saying these
real shit.
Facts.
Real shit. So
Bloodborne's amazing, bro.
That's not.
That's what you have for 3 years. They had the better version of the multiplayer. So I think it's, well, I find it ironic, like, you know, people don't remember what we've been going through for the last 3 years at the start of this generation. But listen, but I'm not excusing, you know, Microsoft, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, you know, it seems like when Microsoft, to me, in my honest opinion, when they get momentum, they take their foot off the gas. Like at the last E3 last year, they had a lot of momentum. They came, you know, the X was selling well, and they was, you know, they were marketing everywhere, and then it just went flat. You didn't hear anything else. But who can steal the show? You know what I mean? And I'm not trying to be biased here. Microsoft can steal the show if the games that they show looks hidden. You know, it shows above what Sony's showing. It could be the same game. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about Digital Foundry when you got to, with this more grass on this version. No, you know what I mean? And from what we've been told, that they're supposed to use they're supposed to get the PC textures, you know, in Scorpio. So it's going to look better graphically than what we have already. And to me, I think that's a win-win. And they can convey that on E3. They had to do it in a way such as, you know, maybe do a side-by-side comparison to show, you know, the consumers the big leap, the advantage of getting the Scorpio, but not shit on the Xbox One at the same time, at the standard one. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, no matter what Microsoft does, you know, it's, you know, they're going to say they stoned Jesus, so it doesn't really mean, you know, as long as if you're an Xbox guy and you're happy with what they showed, fine. If you're a Sony guy and you're happy with what they showed, fine. If you're Nintendo, do hang yourself. But seriously, you know, at the end, I think, you know, no one's going to say they know who lost or whatever. That's, you know, so we get the same E3 every year. You get the Sony side with the saying we won, Xbox guys saying they won, Nintendo guys, I don't know, but you get what I'm saying with this. I mean, so
yeah, no, yeah, I totally agree. Now, see, man, like I said, I do feel that PlayStation is going to win the show just because of the media is going to say whatever. But my reason behind that, and I know what you said, LiveWire, and you're right, because they're already going to be projected to win. But you know, and I'm not taking back what I've said about I don't want Microsoft to get all involved with the third party. I want them to be invested into the first party like we've asked them to do. But the third parties are the creme de la creme right now. I mean, they are the ones. I mean, when you say Red Dead, you get excited. When you say Battlefront, you get excited. When you say any of these other titles that PlayStation has got their dirty little nasty fingernails in, hey, they got them. And And you know what I'm saying, and a real gamer will address that and say, look, man, you know what I'm saying, E3 is gonna it would take something, you know, Nintendo, if they show Metroid and Donkey Kong, it's a wrap. That's it. Nintendo wins. But if they just show Metroid, I don't think it's enough. You know what I'm saying?
Let me ask Jabari and Puerto Rico a question real quick.
Go ahead.
Do you two think there's a real media bias against Microsoft?
No, because you guys are paying attention to the media. The most anticipated show from the media is Microsoft press conference.
Yeah, what Chick said, I think Microsoft has the most anticipated show.
Yeah, so
you know.
I think that's more of you
for them
guys.
to criticize.
I think that's more for you guys as a defense mechanism if Xbox don't have
because it's so, you know, sometimes I talk to Kmega about this off the air, and sometimes I feel like people just pull up these third-party articles that are slated against Microsoft, and a lot of the questions IGNs and the GameSpots and all these dudes ask, they're pretty much valid, and people don't want to face the music. I don't think it's so much bias as people think it is, man.
I'm gonna just say this: the industry's not doing anything different to a platform that's not number one. If you ain't number one, you get shitted on in one way or another. PlayStation 3 felt the pain. GameCube
got it last year.
felt the pain. N64 felt the pain. You know, Saturn felt the
Sony
pain.
felt the pain last year.
That's where you guys are wrong. That's where you guys are wrong, because you know what? I've said this. This is why I'm so strong. I said this on BGST, and I'm so strong about Xbox avoiding the third-party deals and worrying about staying at home. You know what I'm saying? They get on their Donald Trump and say Xbox.
Yeah, they got to fix home first. Yeah, they got to fix home.
Yeah, the Xbox first. Because what got PlayStation out of that getting shitted on by the media was the fact that they brought out The Last of Us, Heavy Rain, you know that's
first party.
Their first party, and that's what Xbox needs to do, is worry about the first party.
No. Microsoft needs to worry about it all. That's point blank.
All of it.
Really. Now, see, look, you mean don't ever disagree, but that's not true. They don't need to. They don't need to get the marketing rights to Call of Duty, because they don't.
They're going to keep losing then.
Absolutely not.
Hey, I got a strange move system for you then.
Let me just make this one point.
Yeah, go ahead.
Right now, this gen, I don't think there's. I mean, maybe in a sense of fanboy and just talking shit from content creators to content creators, but it's really not a loser, because Microsoft making money on their platform, and Sony's making money, you know, on their platform, and you know what I'm saying. But I think the real question for Microsoft is, why are they having trouble doing both? You know what I'm saying? Because I notice, and because I watch your guys, you know, podcasts and stuff like that, and you guys have a lot of discussion about, you know, multiplayer being more successful, single player. That's why Microsoft's kind of focusing on this. Or Western games are more successful than Japanese games. But the question is, why not just do both anyway? Because on the PlayStation, we're getting our single player and multiplayer.
A lot of Japanese games just don't work on the Xbox side. That's why I said, like, look, PlayStation is more first player eccentric, and that's nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? They cater to the first to single player experiences, while Xbox is more friendly to multiplayer. But you know what PlayStation does that has the advantage, which also PlayStation's been in the game a hell of a lot longer. They have more bedfellows to where they can do both. Xbox is still is even though they've been in the game for about 15, 17 years now, they're still trying to get everything together. You know, look, Sega, they went through issues and problems with management and things like that. Sega is an afterthought. You look at Konami. Konami is trying to rebuild themselves after going through what they went through. What Xbox has done by going through the tragedy of 2013, it takes one hell of a company to dig themselves out of the hole that they were at when people were saying that they were only at like 18 to 20 million sold, and to be now to where they're over 30 million consoles sold. That's one hell of a comeback. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? And while people shit on Phil, and that's even on the Xbox side, they shit on Phil Spencer for no apparent reason because he's looking at the strengths of what Xbox is. Now, I totally agree with Fonzarelli, but to a point. Yes, you need those, and All Day said the same thing. You need those first player games or those single player games that has compelling stories. But when you have them, what happened? They get
you don't buy them.
They get shitted on by the media, and then that passes down to the gamer, and then you have a PlayStation gamer or a Nintendo gamer or whoever, or a PC gamer said, Quantum Break sucks. Sunset Overdrive sucks.
Well, I mean, if the game's not that good, it deserves it.
But that's
you know what
bullshit. I mean? Quantum Break is not a bad game. You may look.
I said,
okay, look, we're gonna get to the persona, to the niche.
You guys,
here later on.
You guys got to
let's just be cordial right now. The point of the matter that I'm trying to say is that there's too many ears listening to the outside world, and we need to be defined in what we're trying to do, appreciating what Xbox is doing. If Xbox is listening to us, they're doing more than what Nintendo's doing and what PlayStation's doing. That is a fucking advantage for us. But if we listen to the outside noise, it's going to make the Xbox people, the Xbox staff say, "Fuck it, we're gonna do what PlayStation and what Nintendo do. We're just gonna do it our way." Because
I also got to understand. You also got to understand the contradiction of what was said. First, you said you generalize Xbox gamers as people that wanted to play those type of games, single player and Japanese games. Then you saying you want people to give Quantum Break a try. I think you guys need to stop putting stigmas of what a platform gamer does and just speak about the games that you like in general. You know what I mean? So there's people that's watching you right now that you might influence them to buy a game, but every time you mention, Xbox gamers don't want those jack crap. Xbox gamers don't want that. And then when the game,
I don't say that. I like Japanese games.
I'm just generalizing. But when the games do come, it don't sell because as an influencer, YouTuber, your message is to shun those games. You know what I mean? And then, believe it or not, the reps of Microsoft, they see these things. They see what's going on. They do these censuses and all this stuff. And they gauge upon the community as well to see what type of deals they should go towards, what type of games should bring to the platform.
No, but I think, to be honest, reviews kill games way more than anybody says on YouTube.
No, that is true, yeah.
Because you know what? Because look at games like Neo, look at games like Persona 5, games that typically get 80s or some shit like that, maybe even high 70s. But this gen they got 90s. And people went out there and bought them because everybody was like, yo, I didn't think people were going to buy these games. Well, why do you think that is? Well, two reasons. One, they got really high praise from the media and they got high reviews. Two, they got streamed like a motherfucker. So you see those two things. The media is not only hyping up the game with good reviews, but they're also making article after article after article saying how good this game is. Go buy it. Look at this game. Go buy it. This is a great game. Go buy it. So everybody, what do? They go buy it. Even when the game like, what was that game that was The Order? Even though that shit got low reviews, they made mad articles about it saying how, man, the game isn't that great, but you gotta play it. The game isn't this good, but you just have to. It's something to experience. You know, they always highlighted the good points of the game. They never straight up shitted on it. Like, even though Quantum Break got a higher rating than The Order, which was like a 70 something, right? The media never highlighted what was good about the game. They only shitted on. They only talked about 720p. Checkerboard is bullshit, and that's it. That's all from the average person. Quantum Break is 720p and checkerboard. That's all they know. Yeah. They don't know. They don't know about time. They don't know about the story. They don't know nothing about all that.
That's what we're talking about. The bias. Look, it would be absolutely fine if people said, "Look, I don't like Quantum Break." I don't have a problem people saying they don't like Quantum Break, right?
Hold on, Kmega. The 720p, the checkerboard upscaling, isn't that true though?
I mean, but they ain't the only thing about it.
Yeah, no. All day, you're right. It is true, but when it came to the the PS4 Pro, checkerboard is good now.
Yeah,
you see what I'm saying? Like, so it's not like you're not looking at Call of Duty running at checkerboard 60, and people weren't writing articles. Man, this game is really just 1080p. It's not really nothing. They were like, oh, this is checkerboard. This is like almost 4K. Even with Horizon Zero Dawn. Oh man, this is checkerboard, but man, this is almost 4K. They weren't saying this is checkerboard. It's basically 1080p. You know what? Fuck you. Don't even get it. Like, you never saw any articles on Horizon Zero Dawn looks like dog shit on the Pro. Like, you didn't see or why get Horizon Zero Dawn on the Pro when it looks just as good on the PS4? Like, you never see any articles like that. You see what I'm saying?
And
They could have done that though.
But hold on, let me say this as well. Well, hold on, let me say this before you say. Okay, it just goes to like, okay, Horizon Zero Dawn, it's got the checkerboarding out there. Beautiful game. You cannot, I don't care. I'm an Xbox guy to the death. Green comes out my veins. But when you look at a good fucking game, you look at a good, beautiful game. Just like The Order, beautiful game. Killzone, beautiful game. I love fucking Until Dawn. That's my shit. That's my favorite PlayStation game to date. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, and you know what I'm saying? You know, and that's fine. But you know what? If it's checkerboarding, it's checkerboarding. So if you look at Quantum Break, and that is not an ugly game whatsoever. It's not ugly at all. And you diss that. That's the shit. All day's trying to. We're being serious about this, bro.
But Kmega, you know the.
That's not right. There is.
No, but here's the thing.
Who played the music? Who played the music?
It ain't me.
That's
what I'm saying. You know, that's his shit. Right?
That's your music.
You know, Microsoft, Xbox got the shorter end of the stick simply because before these consoles launched, everyone pretty much thought that these consoles were going to do 1080p. That wasn't even so much of a whole.
I don't even know if I really thought that. It just that became the.
Here's the thing: a lot of people said resolution wasn't.
I don't know. Yo, look, man. I've been gaming for a long time. I was never when I bought Xbox was I thinking, oh, everything's going to be 1080p. That didn't become the conversation until we found out that PlayStation 4 could do more 1080p and Xbox couldn't.
No, I'm saying this.
That's when it became the thing. You see what I'm saying? Like, it was not the thing before.
No, hold on. Yes, it was.
Let Porter Rock talk.
Yes, it was. The only thing is, it wasn't as big. This whole resolution shit was actually getting bigger. It was coming. It was eventually coming. The reason why it didn't seem that big because it was new to console gamers. We didn't have high definition graphics. It was a new thing. But it was
I don't think resolution is new at all because, like I said, if you listen to Digital Foundry and all the media.
Oh, I mean, what's
going on for 360 and Xbox.
Yeah, I'm saying last gen.
Always being compared.
Last gen, it was a new thing, and it was growing. I mean, you could go on YouTube now, and you could look up the IGN Grand Theft Auto comparison between 360 and PS3. They're talking about that the 360 is 720p 30, while the PlayStation 680p and sub 30. I mean, the conversation was there, but the only difference was it was a new thing. It was growing. It was more of a niche conversation between the hardcore, but they were talking about in forums.
It was also architecture back then as well, so it wasn't spoke about like it is now because everything is more PC-like with these consoles now. So these PC guys are talking more and more about it.
Right. But the big thing is, back then, it was mostly very hardcore people like in System Wars, GameSpot, pretty much in the forums, Beyond 3D. Those were the people that were having the conversations about specs. Now, because HD and the resolution graphics are becoming more common, now the casuals are jumping in these conversations, and that's why it's getting blown out of proportion. Last gen was mostly the hardcore.
Talking about damn resolution.
Yeah, casuals wasn't.
The only time I heard the word resolution, it was, hey, your New Year's resolution. Are you gonna be trying to tap that fat ass or what? That's it. That's it. No, nothing about graphics.
It was a hardcore
and that's not even graphics. I mean, we're talking about, pixels?
Yeah.
Look,
it was those damn flat screen TVs that killed the gaming industry.
Well, it's not killed the industry. Gaming is bigger than it's ever been. But what has happened is that the toxic part of gaming. You know what I'm saying? When amongst us, and while so many people that they gravitate to you know what I'm saying, to the PlayStation side or to the Xbox side or whatever, the toxicity. I'm drinking. I can't even say that word. The toxic shit is what the problem is, that we can't look. We're having great conversation here without yelling over one another, which is awesome. But the fact of it is that we got to come to the bottom of this and understand that, look, at the end of the day, and I hope everybody agrees with this, is that it comes to the games. It's the developers that makes these games. It's the publishers that comes out and if they make a game like Andromeda, and if Andromeda is bad, it's not because of resolution or some shit, or because it's on Xbox or PlayStation. It's because the developer was lazy, or they didn't have enough time to make the game properly, and so they have to patch it. That's the type of thing that we need to figure out together. Because if we don't, then we're still going to have this infighting for no fucking reason. I mean, do you guys agree with that?
I agree.
I mean, you gotta take it too, man. The infighting is only because the tides have turned when it comes to that conversation. You know what I mean? If one side is doing something better than the other side, that's always going to be used in a comparable debate. You know what I mean? So two people are saying that, yo, I'm a PlayStation guy, you an Xbox guy, and say Xbox has the higher resolution. You're going to use that towards, like, this is the reason why Xbox is better. If you're having a comparable debate, that's all it is. Yeah, you're going to have the extremists that go and take it beyond what it is, but that's all it is. I don't think there's nothing wrong with having that conversation of stating why your platform that you prefer is better if these things are factual. PlayStation has the better resolution.
It does. But okay, but Jabari, but the facts are this right here. When it came to games, Xbox had the better lineup of games, especially exclusives.
But that right there is subjective.
That is not
better resolution is not a subjective.
He's gone probably.
Well, yeah, but I'm talking about the beginning of the generation. PlayStation only had Knack, Killzone, and Indie.
Yes.
You can get this probably
the first 3 years. It was mostly indies.
There's places you got to tell you that, like me. I'll tell you that that's a wrong statement that you just said, because I prefer the PlayStation exclusive that came out than Xbox, and I had an Xbox the first 3 years.
What, Killzone?
You preferred Injustice, a port over from. You had no fighters. You only had Injustice.
Nah. I didn't play Injustice at that time, but there were fighters on PlayStation. There's many fighters. I have like over 20 fighters on PlayStation.
Now, but back then, during the launch, there was only Injustice. It was only a port. You had Killer Instinct over there on the PlayStation. On the Xbox. Go ahead.
I enjoyed the hell out of Infamous when that came out with the PlayStation. That was a great game. I don't think there was a better first-person game on the Xbox when it came out. I don't think so. That's subjective.
That's my point. What his argument is a subjective point.
Yeah, I mean,
resolution is not a subjective point. There was games that had a better resolution on PlayStation. That is objective. That's an objective stance.
Yeah.
What do you think about this, Chuck? Because I know what I'm saying. Look, when you want to compare game for game, and then it was talking about the exclusives compared to what the motto back then was the resolution, right? But when it came to exclusive, Xbox had the better version. Now, if that's not objective, that's a fact. They had more games then. You had Rise, you had Sunset Overdrive, you had Forza. There was, you know what I'm saying? You had
Killer Instinct.
Hey,
go ahead.
Can I say a quick point?
Yeah.
No, just a quick point. Yeah. So like, I didn't get my PlayStation 4 till early 2015.
Okay.
Because I wasn't gonna pay $400 for Killzone in Mac. All right.
Okay.
I'll be honest. But at the same time, I wasn't going to pay $500 to play Rise either. So it's subjective. It depends on the value of what you want.
The price, that's where Xbox made the
price. That's a different story.
The price. But when it came down to the lineup of games, Xbox presented the games. I mean, and then right after that next year, you had Titanfall, which was a huge success.
But the point I'm trying to say is the games in relation to how much you have to pay for the console to get it has a play factor. It's like Heavenly. Let me take it back to the last gen. Like, I love Heavenly Sword, right?
Great.
That shit's a dope game.
Great game.
But that's not a game that can sell a $600 console. No. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So the game might be great, but the question is it worth the value of the console to play on? And that was one of the things that Xbox. So you got to look at it from a consumer standpoint. Yeah, you have Rise, you may have Sunset Overdrive, but this console is $500. You know, it had a bad reputation, a bad start. So it's not so much the game itself. Some people may not want to pay $500, so they settle for something cheaper. All right, then, because at the end of the day, they really want to play Call of Duty. Some, I'm not saying all, I'm just saying some. But they just say, you know what? At the end of the day, I'm gonna play Call of Duty anyway. Fuck it, let me just get a PS4 for $400.
But that was the media bias right there, because look at what you were saying, like with the bad reputation. When the Xbox was coming out and there was now some Xbox got the DRM and then the no use games and stuff like that. In actuality, PlayStation had those same stipulations on the PlayStation, but it was never stated back then. Because when the PlayStation first came out, they had a day one patch all that stuff out the same way like the Xbox came out, but Xbox got the reputation of no use game with the DRM and all this different stuff here. But the PlayStation was gonna come with the PlayStation 9 too, but they pulled it out at the last second. But it still was known that they were supposed to have all this stuff. And then like Kmega was saying about like the game lineup, I was looking at it from an open person where I was like, okay, PlayStation, Xbox, you know, I was just seeing which one I was gonna get at the time. And when I seen the games for the Xbox, like when they came with Rise and you had the sword and you fighting and you cutting somebody down and stuff like that, I was like, you know what? That's gangster right there. That's something I can get into. If somebody come to my house, you know what I'm saying? If they see me playing this game here, I can say, man, look at this gangster game. Man, this game here is the truth. And then, you know what I'm saying? Then if I come back and I play something that was on the PlayStation at that time and like Neck or, you know, Killzone, and somebody come to my house and they look at that, and I mean, to be honest with you, you know what I'm saying? It's not me hating on PlayStation. It was just the games that they had at the time. Those games looked a little weird. Like, you know what I'm saying? For a person, for a casual person to play a game like that, it just wasn't no.
Point. Let me make this point. Hold on. You're right, Chuck. I'm sorry. I'm just saying this right here. To this day, Rise still looks superior. It is still up there. But the reason why it got so much flack because it was 720p. Like there is nobody that can look at Rise or play Rise and say, "Damn, this game looks like trash." The facial animations, all of that of Rise was absolutely flawless. Now, of course, when you want to talk about like the boss, well, some of the fighters they all look the same and shit like that. Well, it's a launch title. They could have done better with that, but it was a launch title. But
it was also killed on QTE. Like they basically said it was just one.
Right.
But it was really all that.
Yeah, well, I understand that, but that's what the
they did.
Because the media said that before the game even launched. I remember.
Right. They were already shitting on it, and then remember, the great Adam Sessler was the only person to give Xbox any praise. He was like, man, this Forza 5 is absolutely amazing. He's like,
oh yeah, that was another
and you know what? He got hate mail because he told the truth.
Crazy on his ass.
There was
like, how dare you like anything?
If you say
the rumble triggers when you put in the gas.
Drive Club is a beautiful game, no doubt about it. But it's nowhere in the category of a true racer like Forza 5 was. It just wasn't even the same category. Killzone is a beautiful game. The multiplayer was actually kind of fun. I didn't have a problem with the story or with the multiplayer myself. I mean, I know a lot of people, hated on that game, but you know what I'm saying. But it's still, you had an actual fighter. Like Xbox brought back a true fighter, like Killer Instinct, and
they brought back a free to play.
Yeah, that was the thing. And so, you know what? Look, guys, I understand your point, but it really throws me off because we're talking about we were talking about games back then. And you guys were talking about resolution. Now you guys are talking about games, and now we're starting to talk about fucking resolution. And that's not what we need to be talking about. We need to still keep it still about games, even though PlayStation is still having. PlayStation right now has more games than what Xbox is presenting.
Can I touch on that real quick?
Yeah, go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
So, Chuck brought up a good point about the whole online thing.
Yeah.
That Sony was going to do it too, and I agree with that. But the difference was it was Microsoft that was actually advertising. And they advertised it. Don Matrick said himself specifically, if you don't like always online, we have a console for you, the 360, which was very disrespectful to Xbox fans. A lot of them, that pissed them off for him to say something.
I mean,
Sony was
how was that disrespectful though? I mean, I hear a lot of people say that was disrespectful. But that's just him keeping it real. Like,
360 gamers
he ain't got on
for 8 years.
When's the last time you played your PlayStation offline?
You saying what?
When's the last time you played your PlayStation offline?
Well, the last game that I didn't need online was Neo.
No. Play on offline.
No.
You played it offline.
There's a difference. There's a difference between whatchamacallit, always online and just being able to get online. Two different stories. Always online means listen. Let me I'll explain. Always online means, let's say if my internet went out and I try to play Neo, I can't play it. Yeah. And not because of Microsoft, not because of Sony. Let's say my own network just takes the shit. Let's say Time Warner decides to take a shit for like 5 hours. I wouldn't to be able to play a single player game based on an always online network.
All right, question.
That's what I'm saying. All right.
Are you still playing that game offline?
Neo?
No, I'm just saying. Would you still play that game offline if your internet didn't work?
Well, yeah, Neo.
Oh well, maybe that's the difference between Xbox gamers. If my internet's not working, I'm not playing games.
I'm not playing. Yeah,
but I'm saying, why would I need internet?
Wait. Why would you
need internet to play a single player game? That doesn't make sense.
Because to me it's almost like having a cell phone. If my cell phone doesn't have internet, I'm not on my goddamn cell phone.
That doesn't make sense.
Well,
what do you mean it doesn't make sense? What do you use your cell phone for?
Okay, look. Okay.
No, listen. I'm playing.
Gentlemen. Chill.
Why would I need internet? I don't.
Let me.
I'm just saying. I'm trying to understand.
What I'm trying to explain to you is like I have a smartphone, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
90% of the stuff I do on my smartphone has nothing to do with me actually making a phone call. It's mostly internet. So if I don't have the internet, more than likely I'm not on my smartphone.
Can I ask you a question? Let's say you needed to use the calculator on your smartphone. You're not going to use the calculator because it's not on the internet?
Yeah, but how often am I going to use that? You act like I use my calculator on my smartphone all the time.
The only reason why I asked is because I don't understand why you wouldn't turn on your system and play a video game if it's an offline game.
Because it's boring. To be honest with you, you got to be on with your friends and stuff like that.
That's to me. That's for me. That is the truth, man. Because there's a lot of times I get on Xbox. If nobody's in party chat, I'll be like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna watch TV."
You guys were
crazy.
Okay. Look. Okay.
It's just the mindset.
There's somebody in the chat
when it comes to being online.
Live. Stop.
What's good?
Okay. There's somebody in the chat that said something absolutely perfect. Demigod Reviews. He said it perfectly. He says Don Matrick set the tone for Xbox. However, his words forever gets quoted, and that is the truth. Now, look, if any PlayStation person come out and say that, oh well, I'm not into that DRM bullshit or whatever, blah 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 blah, you're a damn lie. Because if you play NBA 2K, if you play Madden, if you play any type of other game, even Neo or Horizon Zero Dawn, you got to have an internet connection, because if you can't get that patch, you can't play that game. You can play it for a certain period of time, but if it's going through service maintenance, it's not going to be playable. So that DRM shit was a bunch of bullshit. I think that was cropped up by a bunch of PC fans that knew that was a bunch of bullshit, because mostly all their games are DRM.
Yeah, they were the ones that mainly complained about that shit too.
Like DRM is always,
because most console gamers didn't even know what the fuck DRM was.
Like Fontarelli loves Destiny. He's got to play.
Well,
Destiny
yeah,
online.
That's an online game.
Of course.
Like for example, I'll give you a perfect example. Okay. So you remember I was in Virginia for about 6 weeks. So the hotel Wi-Fi sucked, so I couldn't connect my PlayStation 4 in the hotel Wi-Fi. So for 6 weeks, it wasn't connected. I was playing Horizon Zero Dawn in a single-player game. I wouldn't have been able to do that on an always-online console. I was playing my PlayStation for 6 solid weeks without online, because the hotel, and it's strictly because of the hotel Wi-Fi. I could barely do a podcast on that damn.
But Xbox has changed that. They
We're
fixed
not
that.
playing-
They got offline mode though.
Yeah.
Well, I agree. I'm just saying though. This is the reason why some people had a negative reaction.
Oh, yeah,
over
no, you're right.
online. That's what it was.
You're right.
Hey, but when I play a game like The Last of Us, I'm not going online and chatting with anybody. I'm getting into this compelling story. I'm not sitting there
Or like The Witcher 3.
But I don't play those games
The
like that.
Witcher.
Those games aren't
The
that
greatest
interesting.
RPG. JRPG,
Yeah, but I'm saying how you understand the
RPG
story
ever.
of being in the park?
Generation.
Like,
Because one, it depends on what. Like when I'm playing Mass Effect, most of the time, they talk for a little bit, but most of that shit is wide the fuck open. Like I was in there with all day, fucking wilding out, just looking at all the goddamn powers that they give you on that shit. We was talking on that shit for how long all day? What, 4 hours or some shit like that?
Yeah, it was a while. Yeah.
So I'm saying like that's how we game. Like we game like we hanging out like in a dorm room and shit.
I was going to say on the flip side, though, getting back to my Xbox recently, I will say when I'm playing a multiplayer game or something, it's nice to have people actually party chat where they don't do that on the PlayStation side.
I don't agree with that statement.
I don't agree.
At least for me.
Hey, I know
worse.
they're chatting on Xbox than on the PlayStation side.
I get it, Puerto Rock. Yo, to be honest, Puerto Rock, I used to be just like you. Like I used to play NBA 2K. I ain't do no party chat. I didn't do no online. I would just play on that shit. Do my whole,
just talk to
do my whole my teams or whatever.
You would talk to yourself, wouldn't
I
you?
wouldn't talk.
Wow.
I just want to talk to anybody.
Y'all making assumptions about me. Because the two online games I played the most was Elder Scrolls Online and Destiny. Like Destiny 2, you're gonna see me on that shit all the time. I don't play a lot of online games because some of them ain't that good, in my opinion.
You got to be
Destiny 2,
Puerto Rock.
Destiny, I'm on that shit.
Come on. Hey, all day. You better check. You better check your boy, because if you don't,
Puerto Rock. What happened? What happened?
You hear what Puerto Rock said?
What did he say? Repeat it.
He
I
anti-social.
said, I don't think a lot of online games are good. It's just my opinion. I don't find them fun for me. So to me, this gen, the two online games I did the most was Elder Scrolls Online and Destiny. Destiny, I have 3 characters.
And when you're on
All of them
Destiny,
high level
Yeah, but those
80.
games are kind of scripted though. That's why.
Destiny though, when you're on Destiny on PlayStation, okay, I'm telling you right now, and you go and you play with some random people. How many people are actually talking on the PlayStation?
None.
I don't play with randoms.
Yeah, and that's,
I don't agree with that because I play Destiny. When I play a random, people will talk. They got the price.
Jabbar, you been on PlayStation?
For my
That's what I'm saying. You talking about like main PlayStation game and like I don't experience those things that people say.
And let me explain why you don't experience that, because you've been gaming on PlayStation since 1995. So you have a lot of friends, bro. You have a lot of friends.
Even when it comes to
the PlayStation, for the PlayStation came out.
I play COD a lot, and I trash talk in the lobby.
Because I'm not gonna lie. Like a game that y'all shit on all the time, Sea of Thieves. A lot of PlayStation guys will be like Sea of Shit, Sea of Piss, all that shit. But when you play that game online with a bunch of random people, right? You get in a squad. One, you gotta play it in game chat. Because
the game is built that way.
Yeah, because you know what the thing is, man. When you jump in that motherfucker and the fucking ship is going down, and you go underwater, and they done invaded your fucking boat, and you're trying to hide in the submerged area. One, everything sounds muffled under there. And you could hear them talking, and then all of a sudden, when you pop, you'll be like, "Yo, that motherfucker's down there." And you can hear that shit, so you got a time when the fuck you come back up. Like that shit is way more exciting on Xbox. But the thing is, the gift and the curse with Xbox this generation is online is way more mature than I've noticed.
Yes.
Way more mature. It seems like when let's be honest.
Because of party chat.
Last year for the 360, I used to run into kids.
Quick to call you a
fucking day.
And you know what I'm saying?
because there's a lot of that. I knew with my boy.
What is more? Last gen in 360, I used to always be stuck playing with fucking kids between the ages of 5 and fucking 13, and that shit used to fucking.
You know why? It was the most popular console.
Popularity attracts the most casuals and
And that's what the PlayStation 4 gamers are dealing with now. So there is a gift and a curse with that.
Yeah, it is. But here's one thing. There's one thing people notice. If you don't game on PS4 a lot, right? and you're trying to build your, party chat, your friends list through the lobbies, it's not going to happen because party chat on PlayStation is free for everybody. So even even non-PSN Plus members.
Well, I think the same thing's for Xbox. My brother don't got fucking Xbox Live.
Porter Rock, he blocked me.
Ooh, I blocked you?
Yeah.
Damn.
Hey, but look, that's why when when the Xbox was $500, that was a blessing though, because they kept the kids away.
But the thing is, on PlayStation, because party chat's free for everybody, everybody's talking to the friends they already have and know. Like me, I don't talk in lobbies.
Okay.
Because I have like a whole bunch of friends, so if I'm playing a multiplayer game, it's gonna be with the people I know. I don't chat in lobbies.
Now this is awesome because
it depends on the game.
We have been going up. Hold on, live. We've been freestyling for a majority of the time because we ain't been really going off the topics. But fuck the topics, right? But I respected that. But that's awesome.
Hey, we in here.
Yeah, we in here. We doing our thing. We doing it live. But all day, don't you got a topic? All day. Don't you got a topic of the week?
Oh yeah. Topic of the week. Yeah. Question of the motherfucking cast. All right, check it out. Mm-hmm. What was your favorite E3 moment? It could be any time frame. And I'm gonna start off with Fonzrelli. You ready? Or you want me to skip you right now?
Skip me, bro. Skip me.
All right. Skip me. All right. Jabbar.
Man, that is a tough one. That's to think of.
Exactly.
But I'm just going to go recently because I am a huge Spider-Man fan, huge comic book, connoisseur, comic book nerd when it comes to Spider-Man. So when I saw that definitely shocked me. And I can't wait for that. So that was a moment where I was getting giddy. My fancies was tickled when I saw that trailer.
Hey, use your terms wisely. Niggas record this shit.
It don't matter.
They sure the hell will record you.
He's on replay. You're going to say it over and over and over.
Nah, it's cool, okay. Man. But nah, man, definitely that Spider-Man. Matter of fact, I just stick with Spider-Man. I'm gonna stuff to start coming to my head. I'm like, I got a whole bunch.
You could jump in and say something afterwards. It's no big deal because I do it all the damn time. It's all good.
Yeah.
Then the Final Fantasy remake, because that's my favorite game of all time. When I saw that again, I was like, okay.
Dope.
Tears almost came out my eyes.
Oh man.
Was you crying like that little Japanese kid that was like really bawling out?
Yeah, of course, man. I'm a Final Fantasy nerd, man. So.
Oh, okay.
There we go. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and go because mine's really small. Kevin Butler, man, his speech 2010. Man, that was great. His charisma, his humor, it was just something I really hadn't seen. It wasn't too white collary, you know what I mean, on stage. it was super entertaining, and I like that. So go ahead, Kmega, it's on you.
You know how big of a Tekken fan that I am, and so when Harada came on the Xbox stage, it made me so giddy. Like I everybody can talk about Kojima, but Harada's son is my dude, right? So like when he came up there on the Xbox stage, I was like, this isn't life, right? So when he
thought it was exclusive,
and then he said that everybody get Tekken 6 free. Like I was like, hell yeah, that was and I know that's crazy. But that was my special moment, and then seeing Forza Horizon 3 for the very first time, and the music that came with that, like I was like, I was kind of in that realm that I didn't even really like. I love racers, but I was kind of getting out that realm as much as I love the Forza series. But I was kind of getting like, it's about maybe I'm getting bored with racers and shit because Need for Speed was always my favorite. And then GT was my favorite, but didn't hear anything about GT. And then when I seen Forza Horizon 3, it just changed my whole world. So yeah, those were my two favorite at the time.
Sweet, nice. All right, LiveWire, it's on you, man.
To me, it was probably between Halo 5, the gameplay reveal, and Forza Horizon 3, man. That shit, actually, probably Forza 3, man. That shit was like, cause I played Forza 2 was dope, but like Forza 3 was some other shit.
Yeah.
And that was like the first racing game in a while that I saw, and I was like, yup, I'm getting this shit. Yup, I'm getting this shit day one. So it was probably that, man. Most recently, yeah.
All right, Triple Cup Chuck, that Muddy Cup. What's going on, man?
Good. All right. My favorite moment was when Danny Matthews said, "I got a console for you."
Nice.
I'm just bullshit. But for real, yeah, that would have been good. But my for real though, mine was one that EA had last year with Battlefield 1, and they had Wiz Khalifa come out there and he was introducing him, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm playing on Snoop Dogg team, and he got a secret weapon." And when they went back there playing, Snoop Dogg had a big long stupid blunt. You know, I like that dumb shit. And he was blowing. I mean, inside the building, you know, so he was blowing it, and he was playing Battlefield.
Well, he ain't Cali, so.
Yeah, Major Nelson was kind of right by him, and then he went. Major Nelson had to go do a podcast. I mean, go talk to somebody, and you could tell he was high off of contact. Whatever Snoop had, man, I was rolling. Come to my heel, like you can see Major Nelson, like, yeah, man, he was gliding when he was talking. I was like, yeah, he full of that Snoop Dogg right now.
Yo, that's exactly why they fucking never gonna have E3 in fucking New York, because you know they fucking strict as hell out here. Strict as hell. That shit ain't never gonna fly. They be like, blunts now.
In the building. That was the killer point. Inside the building, he had the whole place lit up.
Them niggas Desus and Mero be out there fucking wilding, yo. Be like, yo, this nigga Snoop token, oh shit.
Damn. You know what, Ray? You a damn fool. He said.
What did he say?
Hey, Ray said. He says when Kmega announced. He said that Kmega was announced as the playable character in Tekken.
He wearing overalls with no undershirt, man.
They're gonna call you.
Got a wife beater and motherfucking blue chucks. So that's what we do.
Right.
Let's go.
With no underwear. That's crazy.
See? Yeah, no. Chaps.
Drinking that.
Kmega had a plaid romper.
I gotta have some straw in my mouth, between my teeth. Let's go.
Man, that's a lot of country boys be acting, huh?
Hey, Puerto Rock, did I ask Puerto Rock already?
No, not yet.
It's on you, Puerto Rock. It's on you.
Oh man, I'm gonna have to take this back to 1997.
There we go.
When they showed Metal Gear Solid 1 on stage.
Oh shit!
At that point, on that day, I said,
I wasn't even watching that shit back then.
I was thinking the same thing.
I've been watching.
Know about E3.
I've been paying attention for a long time. So when I saw that was the day.
Pussy chase.
When I saw that shit, I was like, yo, I gotta check out this PlayStation, because I didn't even have a PlayStation at that point. But when I saw that, I'm like, I gotta get me this PlayStation shit. That's it. It's been a wrap, yo. That Metal Gear Solid 1 trailer, yo, that shit made me a Metal Gear Solid.
I'm gonna have to go rewatch that, because I was still like maybe 10.
You can find it on YouTube, and that shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it. Yeah.
Say Puerto Rock, you ever beat that game? That Metal Gear?
Oh hell yeah! I beat all of them. Yeah, hey, that's I'm gonna give you a confession.
Yeah, that's the only one. I beat two. Let
me give you a console confession. And this was a stupid decision, but the only reason why I bought a PS3 first over 360 was because of fucking Metal Gear Solid 4. That one. But that's if Microsoft would have got that game first or made it multiplayer, I would have not gotten a PS3. I would have just went with 360 the whole time. But because of that one fucking game that I had to play, I ended up paying fucking $600 for that fucking game.
Hey, on Metal Gear, you got to the part where they was talking, and they said, and it was starting messing up, and they said you got to turn your console out.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Man, hey, my dumb ass did that shit.
When you had to face Psycho Mantis.
Psycho Mantis,
yeah.
I was like, man, this game is off the hook.
I thought my thing was on the game with messing up. Say, oh, got to turn the console off. And I'm talking about, I'm young at the time, so I'm reading it saying turn the console. I turned it off and turned it back on. It's doing the same thing. I turned it back off again. Get back to the part they stay. I'm like, man, what's wrong with this console? It's broke. I'm turning it, and I did that for about almost a whole day.
But yo, you know what game?
I realized it was bullshit.
You remember
Eternal Darkness?
Who played it? On Genesis. On Genesis, the X-Men game.
That was Nintendo.
Yeah, the first one, right?
Remember the X-Men on Genesis? So there was this part where they said you had to hit the reset button.
That shit
they said you gotta reset. You gotta say you gotta reset the system in order to continue. And I didn't know what the fuck they were talking about. You literally had to hit the reset button.
Yeah.
Yo, I was on that part for like 4 days, and I'm like,
Yo, but
that shit didn't always work though. I remember one time I resetted that bitch, and that shit said you start from the beginning. I said, no. Yo, the first 2 times I did it, and I kept on looking at books like, yo, it keeps on telling me I got it. The 3rd time it actually worked, and then fight.
Yo, hitting that reset button made me nervous. I'm like, I'm like, my finger's creeping at it. I'm like, man, don't make me do this level over because I'm gonna be mad.
Oh, Metal Gear.
Yo, that shit.
On Metal Gear Solid 2, the coolest thing was when that dude could read your memory card, and I was like, "What is this shit?" He was like, "You play
a Konami game?" Yeah.
I was like, "What?" And then
that shit freaked me out.
Yeah, it freaked me out. I cut the game off.
Hey, you know what's crazy, Kmega? Hey, Kmega, hey, you'll never get those experiences on Xbox.
Yeah. Well,
yo,
you know
this game to Hades.
Man, I'm sending that shit to Hades on that one. You know what? You know what I'm saying? No other. You know what I'm saying? Because that was a Konami thing. That wasn't a PlayStation thing. So
that's Konami. Yeah,
that was a Kojima thing.
That's Kojima. He did that. He freaked you out.
I like Kojima. I do.
Man, what happened to him?
But see. I think he gets too full of himself. Just like my boy from that created Ninja Gaiden and Dead or Alive. He got too full of himself, and then he started coming and doing shit that he wasn't supposed to be doing. And look, you know what I'm saying? Whatever you think of, whatever you feel about Metal Gear Solid 5, look, I think it's a beautiful, stunning game, and you know what I'm saying? It's cool. I haven't beat it yet. It's in my back catalog. But for what I played, it's dope. But you know what? This Death Stranding thing, I think you know what? PlayStation.
He went too far. He went too far with this shit.
Yeah. I think, man.
Maybe
somebody some PlayStation.
Like some old spoiled milk or some shit.
Yeah, you gotta know with Kojima though. Kojima, his trailers is just trying to illustrate like a story point in the game. The game might not even look like that or have anything to do with that. But as far as game,
but wow, how could you think of some shit like that? Man, that's disgusting. That's worse than disgusting.
Man, ass of dead babies is not my cup of tea.
That's man. That's
with a umbilical cord.
Yeah.
Listen, man. You know look, man. You gotta understand. The Japanese, some of these guys think very abstract. That's all.
Yeah,
man. They very outside the box. I mean, that's just.
Yeah, that's.
I mean, you can just tell by the animes that they make that shit is like way out there. You know.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, look, I mean, Attack on Titan is some of my favorite anime that's been out. Like I know that there's that.
You like them giant butt naked giant.
Man, that's some weird ass shit too.
I like them. I like them.
Man, what the fuck wrong with them?
The big sucklings swashing around. But anyway. Anyway, come on, man. We running out of time.
Hey, hit that like button. Hit that like button.
Hey, hit that like button. Hey,
I want to go to the next time. Like button.
Hey, Fonz, really, did you have anything for the topic, for the question of the cast?
Yeah. I'm going to take it back to and go to 98 when E3, when Sega dropped the Dreamcast on us. One of the best.
That was nice.
9999, bro.
9999.
I have not ever seen. Look,
day one by.
When they dropped Soul
Calibur,
you couldn't even comprehend those graphics back then. No, that was the sweetness.
So Dreamcast, that shit was one of my favorite.
Dreamcast was a beast. Beast.
Yo, God, that's such.
I'm hoping this year I'll be able to say that this year will be one of the best moments because I really think Sega might have something with Microsoft.
You know what? And I hope that dear to me, man, because I remember my mom had got a big settlement, right? And I remember that's the first time ever in the history of my life, even currently, that I spent $1,500 on a Dreamcast that day. $1,500, bro. I brought every exclusive, 2 controllers, 2 VMUs. It was crazy, bro. It was a really good time to be a gamer with that.
The VMU was the most original, awesome,
way ahead of its
time. Way ahead of its time. Like I'm like Madden. Like you couldn't put that on the Xbox or the PlayStation controller.
Yeah.
Where you know what I'm saying? Where you know what I'm saying? Because I couldn't stand. Because like, look, like I said, I'm a late adopter.
Kmega, it was immersive.
Yeah,
it really
yeah,
was.
Yeah, I'm a late online guy. You know what I'm saying? I was a PlayStation guy at hardcore at one time until the mighty Halo took my soul and made me realize where real gaming was. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, the thing of it was that like I'm like, look, man, you know what? If you want to play the game, man, fuck that online shit. Come to the crib. You know what I'm saying? And so like I've been waiting for Xbox, PlayStation, anything else, Nintendo, anybody else to come out with what Dreamcast came with where I can pick my plays and nobody could see what they were because there was so many.
No, that shit
But you know what?
That was dope right there. That was dope.
1999, we had a little screen on the controller. Now in 2017, we got a colored light.
Yeah,
Right.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah, that shit is kind of crazy, yo.
That burns the shit out your battery. Look, the PlayStation controller is cool for what it is. It's cheap. It's cheap.
The technology in that controller is ahead of its time, but they don't implement it well. I mean, in enough games.
PlayStation 4 controller. There should be no reason for this controller to be that light. You know what I'm saying? Especially, it's cool as hell though, because like when you play in Horizon or you play in certain other games, you hear like that wow.
Yeah. That shit's cool.
That's innovative. But you know what? There should be something that's similar to that.
Push it to the next level.
Yes.
Yeah, push to the next level. Yeah.
Dreamcast was perfect, and you know what? And from the rumors of Microsoft and Sega working together, and they was going to bring the Uranus or whatever the thing was going to be called. It would have been perfect because you could have got Power Stone. Capcom is slipping. Capcom is slipping so much. They have so much material to throw and make money. I don't even know why. Look, Jabari, do you want a Power Stone? Yes or no?
Oh, of course, yeah. Power Stone is dope.
Porter Rock, you want a Power Stone? Yes or no?
Fuck no.
Wow.
That would be cool, man. A new Power.
That would be the goddamn oddball. I'm gonna say, man, I'm about to pull up my motherfucking send your ass to Hades on that one.
I just wanted to hear no.
yeah. You know what? You better get it down. You motherfucking you.
Yeah, that would be dope.
I don't think half of the people can play Power Stone now, but that was a very challenging, well thought out.
Man, I don't know.
Bitch.
It would be cool.
Very.
Yeah, but to hop on Fonzarelli thing, man, if that would be if Microsoft announced something with Sega, because where does Sega get $500 million from?
Exactly.
They got it for $500 million.
That's why I've been speculating that.
That's right, $500 million. It's not like they've been selling mad shit.
Everybody's marketing money right there.
Yo,
they get it from.
You know what? And if that's the case, if that's the reason why you don't see a lot of new IP, or everything's kind of slow because they decided to invest in Sega, smart move. Smart move.
Very smart.
That would be called playing chess, bro.
That would be brilliant.
Right.
Because they don't have the studio, so it makes sense because Sega is more guaranteed to get you your game on time, and that's probably why
they had a relationship before. So
with the Dreamcast, with the Dreamcast, because the Xbox controller now is from the Dreamcast controller.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And
But you know what?
They always call Dreamcast 2.
But the other thing is, it leaves it where even though most games won't be exclusives, they'll have probably their few exclusives, maybe two or three, right? But then on top of that, they also won't get locked out of all these Persona 5s and all that other shit, because they have that deal with Sega. I don't know if they'll still get a Persona 5. Not that I care personally, but for those that do, cool. You know what I mean?
But look how brilliant this would be because because let's say if Microsoft, let's say if that's why Phil Spencer went over there, and Sega's gonna bring back, even if let's say it's a year timed on Xbox, imagine a brand new Altered Beast, like a Golden Axe RPG, Vector Man, Kid Chameleon, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that. A new Hang On,
Shinobi.
Vector Man. Yo, Shinobi. Yo, that shit would be brilliant.
Yeah.
That was my shit right there.
It would be brilliant. You're absolutely
brilliant.
right.
It would be absolutely brilliant. He's like, you know what? I ain't got no studios. Fuck it.
Well,
We're doing this with Sega.
I'm gonna let y'all in on a slight tip. I'm not full tip. I've been hearing about this for months.
Hey, I don't want to hear. My bad, Kmega, but if it's something to do with E3, I want to be surprised.
No, it's got nothing to do with E3. I'm not going there. But what I'm going to be saying is this: is that Microsoft has got a different direction when it comes to studios, and I like it because there was a story that I wanted to talk about. You know what? I brought it up to the panel on the GRG DM. And nobody didn't jump on it. And I'm like, look, guys, this shit is dope. It was about ageism and shit. But that article was so deep. It was so rich. I'm going to make a video about it, actually. But
hey, I was actually sick when you sent that out, and I forgot to go back to it. I meant to.
Oh, man. Really, you know what I'm saying? Me and you are older guys. So, therefore, we would have you would have definitely felt this shit because it makes perfect sense, especially of how so many games that we all expect to be hot or expect to be right, they're not because they got so many young developers coming out there. Like that's the situation with Andromeda. Andromeda is a really good game if you actually take the time to play it, but because it was so flawed in the beginning because they had those young developers on it, you know what I'm saying, it tarnished it. But so anyway. But, you know what I'm saying? But Microsoft is basically kind of looking like at the studio situation is like, look, why don't we get the best of the best and complement and put them together to make something instead of spending so much money on a studio, especially by the time that when you have, you know, because everybody now is wanting to have younger, more, more, less, you don't have to spend so much money on these older developers because they put in the work. Like this article was so fantastic. There was guys that made there was women and men that made like Centipede and other shit, and they were like, look, man, you know, it is so it's you know, this ageism thing is worse. This sexism and racism in gaming. That's what made everything like whoa, like realistic to me. So I'll definitely make a video about that, but we're running out of time, so I do we ain't gonna hit every topic, of course, because we've been rambling, but I do want to ask everybody for their prediction. So I'm gonna start with you, Porter Rock. What is your prediction for E3 for Sony, Xbox, Nintendo, whatever? Let's go.
For Nintendo, I made a prediction that they might announce Metro Prime, and I think they might. I just have a feeling. I mean, nothing really told, but I think they might bring back F-Zero. I think that's like a perfect game for that handheld. And I know a lot of Nintendo fans been asking for a new F-Zero for a long time. Mm-hmm. So I think I might see that from them. For Microsoft, a prediction, I think you might see. I think they might surprise us with Fable. That could be a secret surprise. Mm-hmm. And I hope, and this is just me being fanboyish, I would love for them to, Phil Spencer, say something about Scalebound. Ever since that trademark rumor came out, maybe something about Scalebound, he gave it to a new developer, something like that. And that's just wishful thinking on my end. Mm-hmm. And for PlayStation, I think we're going to see, I don't think there's going to be something off the wall. I think we're going to see something for Sucker Punch. I'm interested from Software's rumor that they're doing an Aztec type game similar to Dark Souls, but it's going to be more focused on melee fighting and shit like that.
It's like martial arts.
Yeah, like a martial arts style and stuff like that. But I can't think of a big bold prediction for Sony. I know some people were talking about SOCOM. I just don't see that happening. I don't know who would make it and stuff like that. So I don't know. But that's, I don't know. I don't have super big bold predictions. I think I said something on my podcast, right? What did I say all day? What was my big prediction? I said something crazy, right? I was saying some crazy shit.
Podcast. Was it Monster Hunter? Was it Monster Hunter? That was right.
No, that was Thor. He's saying that fucking Monster Hunter 5 is going to be announced for Xbox at E3. I was like, yo, this dude's on cocaine, bro. I'm like, bro, that's some big shit right there. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. I think I'm leveling my expectations. I'm just hoping for a great show from all three, stuff like that. So nothing big for me.
Okay. What about you, Mr. Jabari? What do you think about what are your predictions for E3 this year?
My prediction for each company. Well, I do think that Nintendo, they're just going to be showing the games that they already announced that just got little brief little trailers during the reveal of the Switch. So they're going to go in a little bit more in depth with that stuff because a lot of those games are slated to come out for 2017. I don't really think you're going to see anything really new from them. You might see a new IP or something. I don't know, but I don't really think you're going to see anything new from there. When it comes to Microsoft, all I want is for Phil Spencer to show me some damn games and live up to, what he's been promising. So I just want to see, actually, the most I want to actually see is State of Decay 2. That's the game that really has my interest on that side.
You're a big fan of State of Decay. I've heard you say that before.
Yeah, I like the concept of that game. If they expanded on it for the second one, I think that would be dope. So I've been trying to get information on that game. I'm like, all right, we got to wait till E3, hashtag that. But for PlayStation, I do think that we're going to see a SOCOM in some way. I don't think it's going to be, like this year or anything like that, but there's going to be some kind of SOCOM coming back on PlayStation. The interest for that game is way too high for PlayStation to ignore that. So I do think you're going to see some old IPs come back on PlayStation. And they're showing more of the games that, we're clamoring to see. But my expectations is calm. It's not too crazy. But matter of fact, I'm lying. My expectations kind of
SOCOM that's a drop the mic moment, bro. That's real shit right there. That's some shit that make me say, "Whoa!"
I'm thinking about it. I'm like, I'm pretty hyped for E3 overall, honestly. But I definitely think PlayStation's gonna have a good show. I think all of them gonna have a good show because it's gonna cater to their fan base. That's the most important thing. But those, as far as predictions, I can't really say anything too crazy, man. Honestly, other than I think SOCOM's gonna come.
No doubt. All right, okay, we're gonna move on down to Triple Chuck.
All right, my
what's up with you, bro?
Yeah, that's me. And look, mine is a little bit of wishful thinking. You heard me? Look, but for Nintendo, I'm gonna start off with Nintendo because that's the one I'm really not as interested in. But I would say a Donkey Kong Country, a full Donkey Kong Country game where they just announce and say, look, bam, this is what we got, with Diddy Kong and the whole 9 yards, and they're going to bring it that's going to be the next thing they bring you after Mario. Now, with Sony, I'm more interested in Spider-Man. Something about Spider-Man, I love comic books, like every superhero movie.
About Spider-Man, I've got no interest in Spider-Man.
Really? Why?
None.
Is it because you don't read comics?
I don't understand.
No, it probably
Kmega.
So many goddamn games.
Yeah, but see, look, check this out. This is what I want to see from Spider-Man, though.
Right.
Because see, most Spider-Man games is always been like when you play it for the first hour or two, it's like, oh, this is amazing how you swinging and doing all this other stuff. Then it get repetitive. What I want them to do is put some RPG elements in there and the upgrade system more in depth where it'll be more of a bigger game. Because this is already going to be a beautiful game, but I want to have some depth to like the moves and what you do. And like, if they could capitalize on that, then because the Sunset Overdrive too, with the way they brought that, with Spider-Man and this, the way he do comedy or whatever, how Spider-Man talk is always sarcastic, and how Sunset Overdrive. So I think it's gonna be a pretty good game. That's my interest with Sony. It's really solely on Spider-Man because I'm a big comic book fan. From Wolverine, the brutalest movie I ever seen, to about that stuff there. But for with Xbox, now this is what I would love to see. Now with Xbox, I want them to see them come out and make and get a partnership deal with EA for a Fight Night game and get exclusive rights to Floyd Mayweather. Now, for me, that would be the drop the mic moment that would kill everything. Because if Xbox can get a Floyd Mayweather and a new Fight Night and put it on their stage under the Scorpio with the power of 4K with 60 frames per second, because it's a boxing game, and then have exclusive fighters, that's it for me. I'm there. I mean, that's a lot of money, but how many people that you know is really interested in a fight night game if they can get exclusive?
Oh, I don't doubt it. I'm just saying that shit gonna be a grip.
But I don't think EA will make it exclusive though. Not fight night.
But you're just a character.
Character, and you know, so they could break it down and have character packs, like where you can get the money team, and you can pay like, you know what I'm saying, $5.99 for the money team, or you know what I'm saying, or the OG fighter on boxes and stuff like that. They could do it like that and just have the exclusive for Floyd Mayweather for the Xbox, and I'm happy. I'm gonna hold my breath till I turn blue.
As Triple Chuck is talking, man, my eyes is moving side to side hella fast. I'm trying to follow his words and shit. Like, what the?
Hey, man, that boy flowing right. I like everything he just said.
That's actually pretty good. That's a good fucking that's good shit.
That's one hell of a goddamn. Anything else, Triple Chuck?
Nah, appreciate that.
Now everybody else is trying to figure out to top him.
But look,
like, man, my shit sounds like bullshit now. He should have went live.
Nah, I'm gonna keep it.
Yeah, for real. He dropped mics on that one.
I'm gonna keep it super simple. Since you know
it's 27 on Xbox,
right? No, it's coming. It's coming. But I think noticing a huge trend in the movie department these days, where I think the game industry might dive into that. What I mean by saying that is, you know, we see a lot of remakes from the 80s and 90s coming back, right? Yeah, that's a huge trend going on in the film industry. I think video game companies, you know, Microsoft, Sony, Nintendo, I think they will start to dive into their back catalog of IPs and franchises and bring them back. I think each and every one of them will bring a beloved franchise back this E3.
Nice.
Okay. And one question for Kmega. You're not excited for Spider-Man, but you bought Voodoo Vince day one? That's crazy.
Oh, shit.
I don't like.
Why you don't like comic games? Is that it?
That's what I'm trying to say.
No. I'm just not. Look,
because of the past Spider-Man.
Yeah, the past.
No. Wait. This is my Insomniac.
I know Insomniac got it, but you know what? You know what? If this game was coming out next year, like if they said that Spider-Man was being delayed next year, then I have hope for it. But because Spider-Man coming out this year, you know, publishers, shit like that gets behind it. You know what? For all these things, for like RPG elements where they could, you know, progress and you could change suits and do all this cool shit, I just don't see that.
Spider-Man already did that already.
No, but on the real, but you know, to give Kmega's credit, Activision did that IP dirty. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They did.
The last time,
you got to show me.
Yeah, the last time the IP had an actual AAA developer was on the PS2 with Treyarch.
Mm-hmm.
And you saw that Spider-Man was on fire. But then they gave the corny ass. They just pretty much, it was a money thing. You know, they just
Web of Shadows.
No effort into it. Yeah, they put no effort into the.
I like the Spider-Man, the one that was based off Spider-Man 2 movie, where it was like a continuation, like a Spider-Man 2.5.
Oh, you talking about Spider-Man 2?
I like the old like Nintendo 64.
Oh yeah, the Carnage.
The Carnage and shit like that.
The one that was red. The one that was red.
Yeah. Those are the Spider-Man I'm
that's Super Nintendo. That's Maximum Carnage.
You know, but Activision is just crazy because, you know, all they had to do was look at Warner Brothers and what they did with Batman Arkham franchise.
Activision don't look at shit like that.
Yeah, they don't.
It's all about the bread right now.
I think what's the call it was good. Web of Shadows and
Web of Shadows was good.
Web of Shadows was good.
You could go the multiverse, different Spider-Mans. That was good too.
It was alright.
That Neeler one was whack, but other than that,
but I'm saying with Insomniac, you know what I'm saying.
I got faith in Insomniac. I got faith in Insomniac. You know what? Hey, they over here begging Microsoft to let's make Sunset Overdrive.
Kmega, you can't imagine any other team taking and doing well with Spider-Man besides Insomniac.
You know what?
Maybe,
I can, but
what team?
Naughty Dog, Remedy.
Like think. Nah, just Kmega. Just.
I was gonna say Midway, but Midway's not a gun or THQ, but they're dead though.
But look at where I'm going with it. So Insomniac has done what have they done?
Infamous.
No, that's Sucker Punch.
That's Crash Bandicoot, right?
You Crash Bandicoot.
That's Naughty Dog. That's Naughty Dog.
No, they.
Y'all fucking up now.
We came away now to give some hands out.
They done Resistance, Ratchet and Clank.
Yeah, Resistance.
So Jack and Dexter. So
that's Naughty Dog.
Is that Naughty Dog too?
Yeah, it's Naughty Dog.
Jack and Dexter, yeah.
So
I'm telling you, the only other developer I can think of is Naughty.
I'm talking about motherfuckers.
Okay.
Naughty Dog would be a monster with Spider-Man.
So, but I'm just saying, if you look at the charismatics and the character development, how the characters are in Ratchet and Clank.
I'm still look. It's not a day one buy for me until I see what this game looks like.
Yeah.
Because they showed it looked real pretty while he jumping through a window in a restaurant. I get it, but you know what I'm saying, I've seen it before. You know, well, not what jump through a window, but I'm saying, you know, the visuals of him swinging and it looks really great and shit like that. No. I just, you know, I've been
look at it this way.
Spider-Man.
Look at it this way.
I'm kind of with you on that, Kmega.
Sunset Overdrive right here is an amazing game. So they're probably going to use the same physics and aerial traversal shit.
Oh, I don't doubt that. I don't doubt that. I just you know.
Add a bigger budget and it's more.
Yo, I don't think it's gonna be a bad game. I just think I'm just burnt down on Spider-Man. You know, I mean, Spider-Man games we done played.
Have you played them all?
Wow.
Yeah, man.
I played a lot
all
of
them
them.
fucking
I'm a
shit.
Spider-Man
The good
fan.
ones and the terrible ones.
That's why I'm burned.
Some
on
of
them.
them terrible.
What you gonna say, Fonzarelli?
I haven't played the Spider-Man game in years, personally.
Yeah, it's been amazing.
I love Spider-Man. It's my favorite comic book character there is. I'm hyped for it.
Fucking Activision done that IP dirty.
Yeah, that's why I don't trust anything Activision does.
Look, you know what the way I compare this to is how many of y'all play Arkham Knight?
Oh, me.
Man, I love that shit.
You know how many times I beat that shit? Once. Literally, I played that shit one time. I beat it, and I haven't touched that shit since.
I beat that
because I got burnt down on Batman. I just got tired.
Well, it doesn't have any late. I mean, the DLC.
But it's a single player, yeah.
Oh yeah.
The DLC pissed me off, man. Don't bring up the DLC because I'm pissed off about that DLC on Batman.
Look, I love the one that the people least liked, and when they had the most DLC, where you fought with Deathstroke, we fought against Deathstroke and shit.
You talking about Origins?
Yeah, I loved Origins.
Man, I never played that because of the Xbox One was coming out, and I kind of skipped out on it, thinking it was gonna come to the Xbox One and PlayStation 4.
Yeah,
but by the time I skipped it,
and that's why I was like, "Oh, this shit is dope." I said, "Why people was hating on this game? This game was dope as fuck with the DLC and everything." Yeah, like, but
I feel like Arkham Knight was dope though. I love that game.
No, Arkham Knight was really good. I love really good. Well, all of the Batman games is really good. Even the last one, I've only started the new Batman, but you already can tell and feel that it's awesome. I'm only at the part where I've used the Batmobile and I've been shooting some enemies.
God damn, Kmega, do you beat any games? What's going on?
Yeah, I beat a lot of games, but I got so many games, man. I got
you gotta take vacation, take some PTO or something, bro.
Look, man, I got 300. I got 300 and close to 350 games on my Xbox.
Close your eyes and pick one.
I got that's kind of like I got my PS4, and so now I got like close to
your PC
50 or 60 games on the PS4 digitally. I think I got like 2 or 3 disc games on my PS4, and then I got like close to 400, 500 games on my PC. So I got tons of games. So like you can see, like when people see me like the only like all day knows what kind of like my schedule. So like if I'm Rachel Maddow, I'm watching. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Rachel Maddow or the NBA playoffs, or you know what I'm saying? If you know when Game of Thrones come on, I'm watching TV. Other than that, if you see me saying it says TV, I'm playing on my PC or I'm playing on the PS4. You know what I'm saying? And then like, you know, I'm just constantly playing games. And then so, you know, and then so I'm just
I just think you got a high dosage of ADD.
He a game hopper. He a game hopper. I'm the same way. I'm a game hopper too. Might play this game for an hour and hop to just keep hopping from game to game, huh?
Yeah. I stick with one game and finish it. It
depends, man. It depends for me. I'm still rocking out Phantom Dust. I'm addicted to this bitch.
See, they hate on Phantom Dust, but Phantom Dust is the truth.
Because it's free.
Gameplay is sick.
It's
I
good.
beat that shit.
It's solid. It's a solid ass game. I played it back on the OG Xbox, and when I played it again, I was like, you know what? When they show the cutscenes, it looks like piss water, but the game is absolutely dope. You know? Okay. Anyway, let's go on to the panel. Man, we're going over 2 hours and 7 minutes. We ain't one of the podcasts that goes 3, 4, 5 hours long. We ain't doing that. We ain't doing that.
Oh, yeah, it's 11:30.
Yeah. We gotta wrap it up.
This is Porter Rock is gonna fucking fuck me up.
I had 2 out. Yeah, I'm up. Yeah, I'm
who else is next? Fonzarelli, what do you got to say?
I'll keep
what
it.
are your predictions?
I'll keep it real brief. We're gonna have Nintendo up in a treehouse talking about Metroid Prime.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna have Sony.
Oh shit! You said treehouse.
Oh, and they're gonna be snapping their fingers too. You know they'll do that. But then we're going to have Sony showing their games, showing everything that we already seen last year. But hopefully we're going to see more of it. I want to see what's going on with God of War, man. I really want to see what's going on with that game because they're deviating a little too much. We've talked about that already a little bit, but
absolutely,
I want to see what's going on.
That gameplay was kind of long though from God of War last year.
Yeah, Spider-Man
was like 8 minutes, wasn't it?
But I don't think there's going to be any real big surprise coming from Sony. I just don't see it.
I think maybe 1 or 2 new IPs. That's about it. And then VR. And
you know what would be a big surprise? And not a surprise at this point, though, because I keep hearing this rumor. But if they do announce Bloodborne 2, that would be phenomenal. Okay.
Mm-hmm. I don't think they're going to announce it. I think that's what I was talking about, that new IP.
Yeah, but for Microsoft, I really have a strong feeling, guys. They have some sort of deal with Sega. Say they will have at least 2 games coming from Sega that are exclusive to Xbox.
Wow,
that's what I'm saying.
That would be dope.
Yeah.
Like an Altered Beast, Golden Axe, or Streets of Rage. Oh,
something never.
That's what I was thinking. Streets of Rage, but yeah.
And that would be some shit.
You know how you guys were bringing up, the fight game, Fight Night. Fight Night was fantastic, but remember, Dreamcast had Ready to Rumble, and I like that game too. That
game was dope.
If they brought back Ready to Rumble, I'm done. Mic drop. No PlayStation dude can tell me shit.
No, that would be dope.
That is a classic.
That game was okay, but
it was last on the Wii, right?
I'm gonna say this.
It was amazing on Dreamcast.
If they bring back Phantasy Star on Xbox, that RPG,
yes,
you're all in.
What? Easy.
Great.
I'll buy that.
There's a Phantasy Star coming out.
But would you play it Phantasy Star online? Like it'd be like Phantasy Star.
Yeah,
online.
that's what got me. The OG Xbox. Phantasy Star Online wasn't on PS2. Mm-hmm. That's what made me buy an Xbox OG. Phantasy Star Online.
Somebody said, Demigod Review said in the chat, Jet Grind Radio, that is a rumor.
That would be great.
That would be cool.
Alex,
isn't Sunset Overdrive Jet Grind Radio basically?
One thing we got to think about too is that you remember how they got $500 million to spend, but guess what? Most of those games probably in development, so they're ready to come out. You know what I mean?
I really think with all those games y'all listing, I think it's going to sell on in this day and age.
I don't know. It depends. It depends how
long it is. Ready to Rumble would sell. Ready to sell the shit out of that game.
I would say number 1, how it's presented and how it's marketed. You know, gamers can't buy what they don't know what to buy. Especially,
it's all about marketing. Yeah,
it's all about marketing. If you don't know, if the gamers don't know, and majority of the casuals they don't pay attention to IGN and GameSpot. They go to the store and they look at posters and shit like that.
Yeah, but when you talk about a game like Shinobi, for instance, has such a large fan base, of course that would sell. Even the way it is now, you just update it, and it would sell. But I think they would update the whole gameplay and everything for some of these games because they have to, honestly, to really be viable.
You know what? It depends on how the climate is. Like, if Xbox starts to get more favorable reviews for their games, and kind of stop getting all these low ball scores and get more scores like not Sunset Overdrive, like Forza Horizon, because it's no coincidence that Forza 3, everybody was shocked by like, oh my god, I'm so surprised that this game sold so well. But then you look at its review score, 90, and that matters. Like to get to gamers this generation, that matters. Like people aren't willing to spend their money on games that aren't high. You know, they're not going to buy 70s. Yeah. They just
that's what
they're not going to do it.
That is the truth, because some developers, some publishers, if a game gets an 85 Metacritic, they give them like a bonus for like.
Think about it, like and
there is some truth
in the order anomaly, you know, because they had a lot of help from the media just to prove to people that, you know, look, man, it's worth you giving it a shot.
Yeah. Rocket League, perfect example.
Yeah. Okay, so Livewire, what do you think about this? What is your predictions for E3?
You for the whole show or just like how?
Just like everybody else. See, you be rambling so damn much.
All right, well, all right. Listen. Like this is what I think is gonna happen. Mm-hmm. They're gonna, you know, introduce the Scorpio, and if it is $500, like $499, they're going to introduce it and tell us the price first. They're gonna tell us that early, either early or in the middle, whichever. But it's not going to be saved to the end. The only thing that's going to be saved at the end is a price of $399. That's the only. You ain't going to end the show on
$500.
Yeah, $499.
For what? Oh, for the Scorpio.
If the Scorpio is $499, they're going to show that they're going to give us that price early, and then the rest of the show they're going to try to prove to us why it's worth that amount. That's what they're going to do.
That makes sense.
Because what happens is if you decide to not do it that way and be like, all right, you show everybody, you be like, Scorpio's dope, is this, is that, and the third, and then you leave them with $499, even though they were impressed, you just deflated them with the $499. So what happens is if you show it early, people are starting to like, damn, it's $499. Some of them, like if you're hardcore and you buying it regardless, you would have bought it if it was $700. You don't give a fuck. You know, but for the people that are a little bit more budget conscious, you know, those people are the ones that are going to be a bit deflated. But if you show them the value of the console from that point, then there's more of an upside to them. And they're like, you know what? This shit's worth it. Almost like when somebody's buying a 4K TV. You know, like if you have an option between a $300 4K TV and a $800 4K TV, but if you see the difference between the two, you'll more than likely go to the more expensive one if you see the value in getting it. You know, there is a difference. So, you know, you have that, and if they just show, you know, one throwback IP, either Banjo-Kazooie or Fable, something like that, you know, throw the hardcore fans a bone, like with one of those fan favorite type games. Then, you know, because PlayStation been doing that with the whole Final Fantasy VII. What was all the shit? Crash Bandicoot. I forget, whatever the fuck. But they do that shit, like, it seems like they do that shit once a year. They, like, whether the game is good or not, whether or not a lot of people will buy it or not, they always throw back this, you know, this game that, you know, was popular maybe in PS2 or PS1 era. So I can see Microsoft following suit and doing something like that. Shit, they might even turn around and give us a game like Scalebound for all we know, you know.
Microsoft definitely needs Fable, I think, because RPGs are hot this gen.
Yes,
they are really on fire. And Fable,
to me, you know what they need to do if they're going to do Fable? Keep the same concept of like the traditionals, but just make that shit multiplayer. Like you could literally like the Destiny version of Fable, not story wise, but I mean like the fact that you could
give them an online option.
Online option like
no. Let me rephrase that. Not Destiny. Elder Scrolls.
Co-op.
Elder Scrolls.
Yeah, or like Elder Scrolls.
Oh, yeah, like ESO, Elder Scrolls Online type.
Yeah, more like that. Then I think a lot of people will. So Microsoft gets to have their cake and eat it too.
Right.
Well, like Dark Souls, but without the summoning crap, just straight up co-op. You know, easy, get in there, fight alongside.
Yeah, make it like keep it Fable. So it's, you know, like Fable's always been more casual. Friend, like you don't want that shit to be so hard when motherfuckers just throw that shit down and be like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah,
like,
but Fable wasn't it turning into like a MOBA game?
Well, no,
Yeah, that's
okay.
what
Look. Let me just explain this about that Fable Legends. Like, look, no, I think what killed Fable Legends was the fact that that Lionhead was trying to present it as like a new form of Fable. Instead, what they should have done is made that like a spin-off. Like, hey, look, we have an alternative for you, which is Fable Legends, where if you are an online enthusiast, this is for you. Trust me on this. And I wish Next Gen was still here, but the graphics of that game, the visuals of that game, was some of the best looking visuals that I've ever seen in any game that I've seen at that time. Like, I'm like, wow, and it wasn't even ready yet. Like, are you kidding me? How beautiful that game was.
You couldn't really sell the game if the game is trash, and if they deviate too much, like with God of War, bro. If it's too different,
it was too different.
Well, you know what the issue was? They also, like, for a game like that,
it was too different.
Yeah. To be honest, though, the way they were doing it, I would think you would need more. Like, they would have to put a lot of characters in it,
right?
Or they would have to allow you to create your own. So that's the whole thing was, that's one of their issues
so
that
much
they had.
What they should have done is made this a spinoff to saying, look, this is alternative. If you don't like the single player elements of Fable, this is the alternative for you that you can play online with your friends. It would have sold it would have gravitated a lot more. But because they came out and they made it seem like that this is what's the new Fable, even for me, I was like, this is not what the fuck I want. I want Fable. I want to.
You know what? I think really killed Fable more than anything is the fact that I think what they were trying to aim for was kind of like a Destiny a little bit, because the way it was basically like an open world, and you go to certain sections and you go through these, and then you do these like basically like raids and shit, like go through levels and levels and levels, and then you get your reward at the end, right? Well, the problem was the design of it wasn't on the same level as a Destiny, and I think that when Destiny dropped, and they kind of saw that what they originally planned wasn't really shaping up to what they wanted it to be, and the fact that Destiny came out and was doing it better, on that kind of dichotomy is just like, ooh, like I don't think they're gonna gravitate to this. I think we need to scrap this, start over. Like, to me, right now, I still think they need a story mode, but they still can have that element of what Fable Legends was. They just got to add it as a multiplayer.
In my opinion, they need to go back to the roots.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is they need to have it separate. Like, they have to have your story, and then they put that in there.
They had that option, but they cut off the head of Lionhead, which I understood why they did it, because like even with the days of Peter Molyneux, they knew that they were thorns in their sides. They always would talk shit. They would be disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? Look, this is where your toast is buttered. You don't just come talk shit to us. Come on now. So I get what Microsoft why they cut the head off of Lionhead. But you know what I'm saying, they need to bring that single player experience like all day, and what others have been saying, like, look, that Xbox is needing. They need that single player experience to bring home to them. Anyway, who's left? Who else? Fonzarelli, did I ask you?
Yeah, you already did.
I asked Jabari and I asked Porter Rock. All day, did I ask you already?
Yeah, he already answered.
Okay.
Yeah, you already asked me.
Okay. So basically, it comes down to me. So let me go ahead and finish this up because, we're
trying to get some gaming in, bro.
Yeah, we gotta get some gaming. I
just beat the level on Phantom Dust.
I got Tekken sitting right here, bro. Burning the disc in my Xbox.
Man, I'm ready to eat, man. I'm over here got YouTube just burning on my motherfucker, watching Angry Joe and shit. Like, anyway, okay. So my predictions. My predictions is let's start with Nintendo. I think Nintendo's going to show a new Metroid, and I think Nintendo is also going to show a Smash Brothers. I think they're going to show definitely another Smash Brothers, and maybe have even to captivate their fans some type of Pokemon game. I think that will be
Yeah, that would be huge for them.
yeah, that will be very huge.
Yo, word is born. The fact that they bring out Metroid, Pokemon, and what the fuck is Smash Brothers. I don't need to hear anybody say Microsoft milks shit when Nintendo puts out the same fucking games every fucking generation.
Those games are huge, man.
I'm not saying look, but I'm not saying that they're bad, and I'm not saying they're not huge. I'm tired of hearing people saying that Microsoft milk shit, but motherfuckers play fucking Smash Brothers and Mario Kart all the goddamn time.
Damn right.
Yeah, but those games don't come out every 2 years though. I mean, Sony milks more than Nintendo. If you look at it at the title and how often it comes out, they don't come out like every 2 years. Or it's like a while before they come out. You know, the only reason why we know about it is because how old the franchise are. But when you look at how often they get released, they don't get released that often. You know what I'm saying? They just don't.
So, so I think Nintendo's going to do their thing with that. For PlayStation, I think that Sucker Punch game is going to be either a new Infamous or it will be a Sly Cooper.
Probably Sly Cooper.
I'm looking at a new Sly. I'm thinking that a new Sly Cooper would be the perfect time for that franchise to come back. It was a dope ass franchise. I love it. It was cool. I also think that for that they'll bring also Bloodborne 2. They'll show it, and that will be huge for them because Bloodborne is I've played. I'm about like 3-4 hours in Bloodborne, and I'm like, this is dope. It's not as hard as fucking Dead Souls or whatever that game is called. Dark Souls. It's not as hard, but it's still got its difficulty, but I can live with that. And I think that's what makes it work because you can at least live with it. Dark Souls, I got it on the PC and I still can't get past that first boss. I'll play it and I'll get killed by that dude in the armor. And then I'm like, you know what, fuck it. And I don't play it for like 2 or 3 months, and then I'll try to go back and I'll play it again. I'm like, I ain't got time for all that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? No. But I think that
you need to get on that Neo, dog.
I got it. It's a good game.
Oh, shit. Let me know when you play it.
I've been had it. All day can tell you that. I streamed it actually.
Yeah, but you could co-op that shit.
Yeah, man.
I didn't know that. I bought it day one. The day it came out.
That's something.
So anyway, I also think that PlayStation is going to start doing something that they haven't done until recently, and that's bring more DLC to their first party games because they've been somewhat successful. So I feel that not only Neo for other games. I don't know which ones, but maybe for me this is a personal thing. Like Until Dawn will have some more DLC or something.
That would be amazing.
That would be really dope because I think that's if you have single player experiences, the one thing to keep that game to have longevity is to have more DLC in order to keep the people engaged into that title, and you can kind of see. You can kind of gauge what games will work and what games that you can look forward to remaking later on in the future. So so I think PlayStation is going to show a lot of third-party games. They're going to try to present it just like they always do. Is that it's like really you'll get the best experience here. So get ready for that. They'll show some Red Dead. They'll show something. They'll show some God of War. They'll also show a game that I don't know if it's going to be multi-plat or if it's going to be just strictly on PlayStation. But I've been watching Hellblade, and I've seen that game. And you know what? It looks amazing. It looks fucking dope. I'm like, good grief. Xbox, go ahead and get your hands on it if you can. It looks amazing. So I think that they'll definitely show a little bit of that. I think they'll have an amazing show overall just because of just how many games that they're going to have that they're going to be able to show to compete against the Scorpio. And then for Microsoft, I think Scorpio is going. What I'm saying. I think I'm a little bit different than you all day. I think that I'm not all day, but I mean LiveWire. I think that Xbox is going to show the price of the Scorpio and the Scorpio right at the beginning of the show, and they're going to show it for $399 to already get everybody pumped, everybody ready. Like,
I don't think they're going to do it. If they
right
don't,
here, like, look,
if they throw
getting ready.
it $399 in the beginning, motherfuckers won't shut up for the next 5 to 10 minutes.
No,
they can't do that shit.
That's what they want. That's what they need to do.
No, they ain't got time for that shit. They got to show us goddamn games. I don't want to hear them cheering for 5 to 10 minutes. I want to see the games.
No, I want people. That's what they need.
Right after you can be like, shut the fuck up.
The GameSpot, them motherfuckers gonna be running. Be like, what the hell did we just see? Xbox is doing what they supposed to do. Oh my god!
Xbox just delivered a major bomb.
Yeah, that's
the Scorpio was $399.
Yeah. And then you kick the show off because
then the whole thing's gonna be like, what do you think PlayStation's counter gonna be? They're gonna come out and they're going to show all their games, and at the end they're going to have a piece of paper, and it's going to be a white piece of paper. It's going to say PS5. They're going to walk off.
Anyway, let's go on. Okay, so Xbox will show Fable. I think Xbox will show Splinter Cell. I think Xbox will also show they'll show Killer Instinct. They'll show the new the guy on there.
No, I need to see him before, man. I want to play him like ASAP.
Yeah, he looks dope. Eagle looks really dope, but you still haven't seen him.
One more prediction, bro. Please, man. Please bring back Splinter Cell.
Well, yeah, I've said Splinter Cell.
Word, hell yeah. Splinter Cell got to be showcased.
I think Splinter Cell is going to be showcased.
I hope so.
Xbox will promote Game Pass, and what Xbox will while they're presenting that, they'll have a exclusive marketing deal with Telltale Games, and they'll have their own series game for Game Pass only.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Yeah, I definitely think that because Game Pass is absolutely amazing. I also think a backwards compatibility that Xbox is going to bring one of the last heavy hitters that we've been asking for.
Nah, they're going to make everything backwards compatible, bro.
No, I think that comes for the Scorpio, but I think that we'll finally get our Ninja Gaiden 1 or 2 available. And
yeah, you know what? To be honest, like for the Game Pass shit, I think that a lot of these smaller titles that people wouldn't normally play, like the Shovel Knights and all that shit need to be in Game Pass. If they could get that shit in there, like these games that people just normally don't want to take the risk on.
Oh yeah, like if they can get Inside or something like that. Yeah, that would be great.
Because people like, oh, it don't have AAAs. Well, think about it. Like yes, it's gonna have some more AAAs. Yes, of course. But the thing is, think about Netflix. The value of Netflix isn't its blockbuster movies. It's the fucking small titles that are just gems. That's what makes Netflix spectacular, and that's what Xbox.
Can I finish so everybody can go home and do what they got to do? I mean, go on and do what they got to do on LiveWire.
Oh yeah, my bad. I'm playing Phantom Death, so you know, I've been gaming this whole goddamn time, so I'm good. I'm chilling. This is like a fucking YouTube Xbox chat.
This is fun, but like, look, you know what I'm saying? I never said I wanted to go over what we've going over, so you know what I'm saying, because I know it's Friday night.
Breaking records tonight, huh?
Also,
I ain't doing shit.
Anyway, so also they'll definitely okay. This is just me begging, but it's predictions. They're going to show a new Killer Instinct, just maybe just a small trailer, and I think that NetherRealm is going to have the rights to make the game because Iron Galaxy is doing this shit with Extinction, and they're going to make Killer Instinct absolutely AAA. So it's going to be the big deal. Della Creme is going to be ready for E3 and all of that. And then last but not least, they're going to drop the mic, not only with Crackdown, that's going to be the last game that's going to shock the world because because there's been so many people that has not been asking about Crackdown, but once they see it, it's going to be like Battlefield 1 on crack. But they're also going to show Rise 2. So that's it. That's the drop the mic moment, baby. We are at the end. That's it. You know what I'm saying? So I would like to hear everybody's comments about that. We're about to sign off. Man, there was still so many comments that we had to talk about. I mean, we want to talk about Marvel vs. Capcom, but we'll go ahead and we'll talk about that next week, or if we do some little side shit or whatever, that'll be great.
Continue.
Yeah. So anyway, let's do our sign offs. Let me start with you, Jabari. Go ahead and give your shout outs and where everybody can find you at, brother.
Yeah, man. Once again, thanks for the invite. Definitely appreciate you guys inviting me on here. Regular grown man conversation about gaming and all that stuff.
Absolutely.
But yeah, man, you can find me on YouTube, Jay Bari. You can find me on Twitter, J_Bari YT. And yeah, definitely come through and sign up for the upcoming tournaments. You know what I mean? Come over here on the PlayStation side where the pros play these fighting games at. Have some fun over here, man. Online arcade. We got a whole bunch of tournaments coming through. You don't got to pay nothing to join up. But you can win some giveaways, or you can try to get the prize pot with some stuff. Tekken 7, Injustice 2, Street Fighter is in 2 weeks. So yeah, sign up. But yeah, I'm gone.
Yeah, no doubt, man. Appreciate you for coming on, man. That it's awesome to have you on, man. For no doubt about that, and hope that we can collaborate again. Porter Rock, go ahead and give your sign outs, brother.
Hey, I want to first start out. Thank you for the invite, my brother. I appreciate it. This has been an outstanding podcast. You know what I'm saying? We had a whole bunch of mixed opinions and stuff like that, and it was respectful. This is how the multiplayer podcast should be. Zaire.
No doubt.
No shitty thumbnails and shit. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker. No, but on the real, I appreciate the invite on the Gamer Recognizes Greatness podcast.
See, you fuck it up.
Oh, shit.
Gentlemen, it was a pleasure talking to each every one of you. Hey, you can catch me on my channel, Porter Rock 77, where I host the 60 Frames No Lag podcast. You understand what I'm saying? So check you out every Wednesday, 7 p.m. Thank you very much.
Wow, dude, that should be wild.
Well, no, it's not wild. Since Nightfall ain't there no more. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's cool, man. He's trying to go the same route that I'm trying to do with GRG. So yeah, much respect.
Oh damn, I'm getting kicked out next week. God damn it.
And then appreciate it. Stop by, swing by, hit me up on Twitter. White Trigger, Kmega every 3 days. And then that's it, man. Love you, motherfuckers, man. Appreciate it. And keep it gaming. At the end of the day, even if it's on a phone, like what all they be doing,
Oh shit.
On that cricket phone.
Throwing crowds.
And on the Obama phone.
That's why you're petty.
Kmega's phone don't got a touchscreen.
He playing. What is it?
Don't host the podcast. Get the fuck out of here.
Fucking Kmega playing dope board still.
He hosting a podcast on a light bright.
I'll play it on a Connect. I'm hosting the motherfucking shit on a Connect 4. Let's go, OKC. Let's do it.
Oh shit.
They lost.
He
said they lost.
Anyway, no doubt. Anyway, hey, going to our next guest, man. It was an honor to have you on, Young Buck. Hey, Triple Chuck Cup, man. What's up, bro?
That nigga makes my name up every time.
Yeah, you do.
Hey, Triple Cup Chuck. Look, I told you I was gonna fuck it up all night long.
But he just gave me 100 names in one podcast.
You know what? Hey, because you talk so goddamn fast, I don't even know.
Call him TCC, man.
Oh, just say Cup, say Triple, say Chuck, whatever you want to call him. You know what I'm saying? It's still up. Just however you want to do it.
I'm gonna call you a cool ass dude, man. Xbox Nation has a good dude on their side, man, no doubt.
All right, appreciate it. No, but you know what I'm saying? Hey, you know what I'm saying? Appreciate you for having me on here. And actually, this is how you do a podcast with PlayStation and Xbox people, you know what I'm saying, getting together. We actually just talking about games, like you're saying, different opinions and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I like that. You know what I'm saying? I really do appreciate you having me out here. You know what I'm saying? Well, this your boy Triple Cup Chuck. You can find me on Xbox. You can find me on Twitter. You can find me on YouTube doing my thing. You know what I'm saying? Y'all go swing by and check me out. You know what I'm saying? Triple Cup, one word, then Chuck. And you can find me on the Gamer Section Podcast with Kano. You know what I'm saying? We be getting it up.
Yeah, no big doubt. Big shout out to Intro Media Gaming, you know what I'm saying? Young Kano, he's definitely going to be coming on the show eventually. You know what I'm saying? Even old man, you know what? I think about even having an old man session with me, Big Kahuna, motherfucking Tuck Master, you know what I'm saying, Fonzarelli. We're going to have all the old motherfuckers in this motherfucking podcast.
They're going to be playing spades on Twitch.
Yep, you damn right. Playing spades. Triple game. Yeah, no doubt, man. Yeah. Thank you, See, I was about to fuck it up. Cup, Chuck. Anyway, man, we go.
We good.
Hey, Zaire, are you still there? No, I'm not here, man. I got hemorrhoids. I had to get the hell off of here. I had to get off here. Damn! Okay, all right.
He's searching for aliens still and shit.
I know you been going.
Bang, bang.
Yeah, bang, bang. Also, we're gonna move on down. Hey, All Day Digital. What's going on?
What up? Hey, who said villains can't be sensible? Man, this is a good podcast tonight, man. No arguing, no fighting. You know what I'm saying? It's nice. I like it. You know, we got together with the other side, you know.
That's because Zaire left, that motherfucker.
Oh, well, of course. He's the instigator. We know that. But that's all love, though. But, hey, it was a good show. I hope everybody enjoys their Friday. This show was a breeze. And I'll catch y'all next week. Hey, we got to do this again, though, for sure.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
Awesome. And then last but not least, I still got one more. I forgot. I was about to give it to our Donald Trump guy. Well, you know what? Hey man, our PlayStation guy, he needs to go last. So you know what? We need to go to our Donald Trump of the GRG podcast. What's up with you, LiveWire, man? Give your shout outs, bro.
Not much is your boy Livewire. And it was fun, man. You know, talking games. Check my shit out. I've been putting a lot of content up, and hope you enjoy it.
On GRG channel? Nope.
Well, what happened was,
oh man, you know what?
I got sent it to you. But what was I gonna say? See, you fucking me up. No. All right, so check out the MNC in the morning. I did something special for Jay, Crap Gamer, and Mooch State. You know, Jay hit me up.
Them. You worried about crap and Mooch and all that.
Hey, yo, he hit me up. He asked me for a favor, so I hooked him up. That's what I'm just saying. Check out the show on Sunday.
You worried about doing shit for MC in the morning instead of GRG, your home? You just broke
GRG.
All day and
GRG. They know I'm here.
I'm telling you, man, it's Japan, bro. We got shitting on him here.
Hey, man, he just came in through the back window with my sandwich. I said, man, I'm going to whoop your motherfucking ass. He said, hey, man, I'm cool. I'm with Xbox. I said, I'll give you a chance, Buster. And then he sit there, he said, we good. And I said, all right. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even interested. He came in as a guest. And this motherfucker
Yo, that ain't no lie. What is going? I walked in the door. I walked in the house and started grabbing up chips. Kmega was like, nigga, who you with? Nigga, I'm just here.
I'm just here. I'm like, God damn, all right.
Yo, where's boy? I came into the Discord a couple of times. Kmega was like, yo, hold up. You doing the show? Who said he was coming? I said, nigga, I said.
Yeah, he just came in. He just punked everybody. Like, what the fuck? So anyway, that's cool. All right, man. You did all your shout outs though?
No, I'm good.
Okay, all right. So then we move into the man, you know what I'm saying, the most sensible PlayStation dude, you know what I'm saying? I know we got Jabari here and we got Porter Rock, but you know what? This dude is sensible. You know what I'm saying? Because Jabari will never say he'll play Forza over fucking Drive Club. He'll never say it. He can't. He will not.
He signed a contract. He can't do it.
Of course not.
Man, Hillary will not let him slide with that shit. So anyway, go ahead.
Drive Club is just the better game. That's what it is.
Bullshit right there.
Go ahead, give your shout out, brother.
Oh man.
Anyway, first of all, Jay Fonzarelli, you already know. You can find me here, on this podcast every Friday night. You can find me on 60 Frames, No Lag podcast every day. And shout out to Porter Rock. Shout out to Jay Bari. Shout out to Triple Cup Chuck. Got your name right?
Yep.
All right. And shout out to everybody in the audience that's been rocking out with us in the chat and everybody listening to this podcast afterwards.
I think we're all there.
Oh, really?
We're what? No, we're still on.
Yeah, we're still
anyway.
On.
Thanks for watching and listening, guys. Appreciate it.
All right, man. Yeah, no doubt. So, okay.
Sure, it says on fair for me.
It's on. It's still on. I'm looking at it right now. It's still on. It's still staying live. It's just that I have it on. What is it? I got it on.
It's live.
Yeah, it's live. Everybody's still listening to us, but when I publish it out, it won't. I had to make it published out. It won't just do it automatically because I got it on private. But anyway, let me just go ahead and sign out, man. Thank you guys so much. You know what I'm saying? This is, this is exactly what this is supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? This is a podcast that, me and Jabari's had our debate. Me and Porter Rock, we've gone at it on multiplayer. But it is all love. You know what I'm saying? I had the honor to talk with Jabari for about like 2 hours after the multiplayer last night. And you know what I'm saying? And it was exactly what it was supposed to be. We was talking about gaming. We was just shooting the breeze and doing grown men shit. You know what I'm saying? Me and Porter Rock always talk after the multiplayer, you know what I'm saying? So, we got a cool cool camaraderie. And you know what I'm saying? And then of course, all day he's an asshole, he's young. He needs a belt on his ass a couple of times.
I'm a fucking villain.
When I come to LA, he gonna worry, he gonna know about a goddamn villain. But other than that, you know what I'm saying? We all love, we all family, and remember, man, it's all about gaming. We ain't about that other bullshit, man. We can keep it about what it's supposed to be about and not about drama. And that is exactly what Porter Rock is doing with his channel, and that's what I'm trying to do with my channel. So let's continue that, you know what I'm saying? Because all of us YouTubers need to kind of have that network to where we can reach out to one another if we want to get another side, and it's being respectful. So that's what it's all about. So everybody out there, y'all have a great night. Thank you so much. It's the weekend, and I'm about to go eat me this motherfucking taco casa, and then I'm about to go beat on some goddamn head on some Tekken. That's what I'm about to do. So everybody have a great night. Thank you so much. Peace.
Bacon.
He said bacon.
Yo, what the fuck?
It was like, he used to say that shit
He need to take notes.
That shit was
All right, man. Thank you for the show, guys. Great fucking show. Thank you so much for coming on.
Man, I feel like I just got off work.
I know, man. It was 2 hours and 43 minutes. I was trying to get this shit wrapped up at 2:07.
Wait, did you say 43?
2 hours and 43 minutes.
Somebody gonna listen to this at work. Somebody gonna be having to go all the time listening to this shit at work.
Yeah, this was work tonight.
We did Joe some people out. Man, appreciate you having me out here. You know, so I really enjoyed myself, and it was fun, man. It was a good ass show, yeah.
No doubt. Thank you guys for coming on, man. And it's shocking the world. So PlayStation Invasion was a success. So thank you guys so much.
Volume 2 coming soon. You know what I'm talking
about? Yeah. Anytime you guys want me to come on to y'all shit, man, just
I definitely want to. I thought it was fun for my post and stuff.
Yeah, because I'm gonna be in LA. I'm going to the EA press conference. So I ain't gonna be on no podcast that week. Probably
he's gonna be rubbing elbows.
Yeah,
for some video.
Yeah, I'm taking my